What's up, everybody? I'm here with Drew Doodle. And
Hello.
yeah, do you want to tell the folks a bit about yourself?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm Drew Doodle. I use she and they pronouns. Um, I make my own scripted long videos about video games. I really like video game music. And Sound Font Guy, and I obviously have that in common. So I reached out to him and I was like, "Hey, Final Fantasy games, they be having that fanfare, huh? Yeah, do you want to make an arbitrarily ranked list, perhaps?" And yeah,
To which I said yes, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for this idea. I'm really excited to do this.
yeah, me too.
Um, we could maybe give it another like 30 seconds or a minute, if just to see if any stragglers trickle in.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, I mean, I guess we don't need to preface the list, but I will say that the list is uh it's not like we just we could have just done like numbered games like 1 through whatever, but we decided to include
Yeah,
some extra stuff too to make it more interesting.
yeah, because you know, the fanfares have such like an interesting history, even just in the mainline games. So anything incorporating them that's like outside that mainline series is just incredibly interesting, and so we just thought that we would include it just for the sake of being kind of thorough. You know, I'm sure
Yeah.
we missed some stuff.
Yeah, and there are definitely some games that are like technically spin-offs, but they're like borderline mainline games. Um and some, I don't know. I won't spoil it all, but yeah, exciting
Yeah.
stuff. Do you have like an idea in your head? Don't tell me what it is, but do you have an idea in your head of like what you might like which one? Do you have a personal favorite already that you're expecting to be like, yeah, S tier, already knew?
Ooh, okay, that's a good one. I will say I do. Here's what I'll say. It is actually one of the ones that does not use the classic melody,
Oh,
but we'll have to see if my mind changes. It'll be a long time into the stream, I think.
okay.
Yeah, how about you? What's your thoughts on that?
uh that's tough. I mean, I definitely have like a couple in mind that I feel a degree of
Mm,
like nostalgia, and like I feel excited when I hear them because I have played the games to death and like really love them. But that
yeah,
doesn't necessarily mean that I would put them in S tier against some of the others. So
sure. Yeah, I think yeah, I totally understand that because there's so many, and for a lot of these, obviously, with a lot of them having the same melody, we'll be like, hey, yep, it's still good. But it'll be like tough to stack up against each of the other ones, you know?
yeah, for sure. Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Selena.
Selena in the chat, thank you so much.
We love Selena.
Dude, we stand Selena. Selena's awesome.
Yeah. Selena, are you going to be able to stick around? I know it's pretty I know it's like an ungodly hour where you are right now. I think Selena's kind of a night owl though, so maybe she'll be around.
Yeah, I guess
Um
we'll have to see.
nice. Love to see it.
Yay, let's
Yes.
go. Yeah. And then Selena can if we both are of different minds, she can sway the opinion one way or the other with her insane charisma.
Yes, for sure.
It'll be awesome.
Maybe if we need a tiebreaker at some point, we can do a poll.
Yeah, true. True.
I've never actually done one before. Hopefully I can oh, look, it's right there. Okay, great. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
I think we could start now.
Sure.
Um all right, let me turn off this battle music. That's okay, Selena. I mean, this will be going for a while and you'll be able to see what the results are as we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. All right. As you can see, we
Next
have
long,
our
welcome in.
let's see. I'm sorry, I just totally got like distracted. This is just a thing that happens every time I stream where I'll like look at chat and I'm reading chat and then there's dead air because I'm not talking.
Yeah, because yeah, because it helps me. I always have to like read it out loud just to like keep it moving, I think.
Yeah,
That's
that's a good
usually what I
idea.
try to do, so I don't just like sit there slack jawed trying to process the entirety of the English language.
You just described me. Just
Yeah,
sitting here
happens
slack
to me
jawed.
too. Yeah,
All right, well, let's start. We're gonna go sort of, kind of, mostly in order.
and
Starting
then
with FF1.
should we explain like our S tier is we said we both get like one S tier each, right? So we really
Yeah,
gotta like believe in it.
yeah. Or okay, Can I add something now at the 11th hour?
Oh, go for it. I'd love to hear a wrinkle. We love a good wrinkle.
Okay, so what if we each get like a like our own S tier, but then if there's one that we agree is S tier, we can have a third if it's like mutual.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, no, if we're both like, wait a minute, peak alert, wait a minute, peak alert. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
it'll go in the Phoenix down tier.
awesome. Okay. Blong, welcome.
Yeah.
Moxie Mog, welcome. Glad to see you.
Yo, so glad to have you guys here. Moxie Mog, so glad you're here. This is gonna be fire now. Like
Yeah.
see now the tier list can start. Moxie's here. Now we
Yep.
can get going. Now the
It's
party gets
official.
going. Yeah.
Now all we need is for like Scruffington to show up.
Oh my gosh, yes, I need Scruffington in there. And he'll be like, hey guys, remember Final Fantasy Mystic Quest? And we'll be like, hey, yep, and yep.
Oh man. All right. Let's start with, are you ready to start?
Yeah, so let's just let me just like explain the format of this. So obviously it's a tier
Good
list
idea.
stream. We got a tier list. We got all the games down here, mostly mainline. You know, some of them have sequels, some of them have multiple fanfares per entry. And you know some other special stuff that I'm sure you've already seen if you look in the bottom couple rows. So basically, we're gonna sit here and listen through it, just let it play a little bit, and you know discuss it like as a piece of music, and then we'll have a little discussion and then put it in a tier. You know, tier list stream, probably pretty obvious to everybody, but you know, just wanted to put it out there just in case there's like a 1% chance nobody's heard of that before.
Yeah, good call. Scruffington. All right, this is peak stream
Scruffington.
right now.
Okay, now the party can get started. All right, all right.
We Beetlejuiced him into existence.
Yeah, true.
All right, cool. All right, let's do it. First one.
Yeah, so this is Final Fantasy on the NES.
Sorry.
So I think that's, you know, it's the first Final Fantasy fanfare. It's very interesting, like compared to some other recurring songs in the series. Like they really hit them right out the gate with the first one, I think, and because that carried through like so many games afterwards. Like a lot of the spin-offs, I'm sure the mainline games may have dropped parts of it or all of it, but you know, it's just a hood classic. It's just a classic. And even though it's an 8-bit, they kind of had it figured it out right away. I would be okay with putting it in A, honestly. What do you
I
think
think I
about
would
it?
agree. Yeah. I thought A almost immediately, so I'm glad.
Mm.
Just
Yeah, what do
because
you
like
think
it's a
about?
little too early to for it to earn an S tier. It's a little too like
Yeah,
but
and
it
it's
does lay the groundwork for a lot of great stuff to come.
yes, yes, yeah. I think we can put FF1 in A tier. It's just very catchy, classic. It's like, okay, yeah, we finished the battle. We had a good time. Let's go. Yeah, very classic.
Yeah. All right, cool. Maybe I'll bring the actual like YouTube video onto the into the frame so people can see it.
Yeah, sure.
Does that I don't know if does anyone care about that?
Could be nice.
All right, let me tell you what I think
So,
about this one.
okay, tell me. Yeah, go ahead.
I really like it. Ambidextrous Moose. Wow, thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciated.
You got a cute little sticker on that one. I like
Yeah, really
that.
cute. Thanks so much. Yeah, so I think number two, my opinion of number two is that it essentially is, it's really similar to the first one. There is
Hmm.
some flourish and embellishment, but I personally would give it a B, because I
Really? Okay.
yeah, only because I just don't quite think that it's like, I don't think there's enough variation or innovation from the first one to the second one.
Hmm.
It's kind of like, I mean, I, not that I have anything against it personally. It just is like, it's like, okay, this is like mostly more of the same with some, you know.
Sure. You know what? I think I agree with you because the vibes I'm getting from it is that we have like the same, like it's like you return to a sketch like a day later, and the melodies are more staccato, and we have that, like we heard that dynamic flourish on one of the melody notes, like the one of the holds. And so it's like, yeah, we just took like the same audio file and we're just tweaking it up a little bit like a couple days later. So you know what? I think I could put it in B tier. I think I would agree with you. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. In the future. So, like, let's say maybe after each of these, let's say, what do we want a future one to do? Like, hypothetically, like, what do you want? What would you say? Like Irian says in chat, it doesn't improve enough on the original. So SFG, what do you think would be enough of an improvement for FF3? What's your opinion on that?
That's a good question. I think I would like to hear. So if we're assuming that like FF3, and honestly, this little range of like the next few games are like some of the ones that I'm least familiar with.
Sure.
So there's kind of a fun surprise element for me. Not that I haven't heard them, but I can't immediately hear them in my mind when I think of them. So
Sure.
that in mind, if I'm imagining what enough of improvement sounds like, I'm assuming that it'll probably be, if it's still 8-bit, then I would want to hear more variation,
Hmm.
beyond just like essentially the exact same thing, with a little bit of a fade in on note 7, or just
Yeah, sure,
something.
sure. Yeah, I think I would agree. And if there's like genuinely, if there's any like sort of idea that Uematsu could introduce between, because these two, yeah, they're basically like the same composition. But if there's any extra like bit that we haven't thought of that he can put in to surprise us, I think that's what we need. Because FF3 is still, it's another NES Final Fantasy game. So the palette's very limited. So just anything that he can do to like surprise us, I think could really make a difference.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, let's jump into it.
All right, here we go.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
some
right.
sauce. You got some sauce in
Yeah,
there. Okay.
I see you, FF3. I see you.
All right. Wait a minute.
I really like the percussion, the addition of that percussion. That, I mean,
Yeah.
just a noise channel really is all you had to add.
Yeah. It gives us some groove. It gives us some groove because they had the bass line be more staccato too. So it's just got me like bobbing my head over here, just going back and forth. It's like,
Yeah.
ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is definitely more in the realm of something that I like maybe sometimes would not go to the next screen right away.
Yeah. Totally. Totally.
I
Here's
think
what I
that's
will
an
say
A.
though. I agree with Selena though. Maybe we put it high B because the other thing we have to keep in mind is, sure, out of the three of these, like A, whatever, and but like we got like out of all of these games, let's give it a high B for right now. That's what I think.
All right. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I think I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Now Final
eventually I'm going to
Fantasy
disagree with
IV.
you. I promise.
Oh no, eventually we're gonna have some heated gamer fights, and for that one, yeah, we gotta get our. We're gonna have to play. We're gonna have to get some scary music for our gamer fights. It'll be awesome.
Oh boy. Okay. I have to like I'm like using multiple monitors right now, but they're all like showing kind of the same thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, well cuz one
Oh,
is this, one's OBS, and then the other one is like the video, like the actual live, so I
yeah.
can see chat.
I see. I see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my goodness, dude! Look, before we get to FF4, this is perfect timing. My friend Dave's Video Game Journey, who makes really, really amazing video critiques, has joined the stream. He says, "Well, I can join. Hey, hey, watch his stuff." FF4 is one of his favorites, I believe. So he made it just in time for us to watch and rank this one.
Oh, nice. Well, thanks for being
Yeah.
here. I can't wait to hopefully not offend you. Okay, I'm going to. Here we go. Wait, am I? Hold on. I know that there are some discrepancies regarding like the numbering.
Mm.
So I just want to make sure that I'm looking at the right thing here. Because I just clicked the link that we have for FF4, but it says Final Fantasy 2.
Oh, so yeah, so in the US, FF4 was released as FF2.
Okay, gotcha.
And then they skipped 5 completely, and FF6 was released as FF3. It's so crazy.
Okay, okay. Just to make sure, I just wanted to be sure we were actually on the right one.
Yep.
Okay, so this is FF4/2.
Yeah.
So wait, now I'm confused. This is this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Fire.
All
Yeah,
right.
so this is like, oh, Incognito in chat says, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real, dude. Just the jump to Super Nintendo, I think we get an A for that. Like takes like the melody and gives it so much more personality and context.
Yeah, I feel like I agree. It's tough. The jump to Super Nintendo really does bring it to life so hard.
Yeah. Oh, Dave says not the hugest fan of the fanfare.
Oh,
Ooh,
interesting.
okay. Well, so I mean, to be fair, we've been going with the same melody for 4 games now. And that trumpet sound can be a little shrill. So yeah, if there's anything you don't like about this, like what do you think about that?
Honestly, I think the only thing that I don't like about it, I can't even say I don't like it. It's just the only thing about it that doesn't like stand out to me, or that stands out to me as not a standout, I guess, is that it's kind of just the same thing again.
Sure.
Which is going to be a common theme here. So like I'm not going to be able to just say no to everything because it's, you know.
Well, that's a good point. Maybe we're kind of back to the Final Fantasy 2 thing that we talked about just a little bit ago, where it's like, okay, like sure, you jump to Super Nintendo and that's awesome, but is there anything you can do to surprise us? Is there anything you can add to give it a little bit more sauce, maybe, you know? So
Yeah.
maybe just for that, maybe we put it in C just for being the fanfare again. I don't know. Maybe if you go C, B. What
I
do you
think
guys
I
in chat
agree.
think?
I would give it a
Oh,
high
Selena
C.
says A. You want to do high C?
I think it's a high C, and I'll tell you why. I think it's a high C because it's kind of the equivalent of like what today we would call a font swap.
Oh,
It's
okay, totally, yes.
it's kind of just like it's like, oh, I wrote this song like 3 years ago and I decided to like use a new like a new bundle of VSTs or something,
Yeah, to
or like
like,
a new sound
yeah,
font.
okay.
It's like you didn't really like you didn't write any new music necessarily. You just kind of
Mm, that's true. But I'm sure like once, because after FF4, I'm sure after this point, Uematsu was like, okay, here's like the minimum of what I can do. And he'll have like way more of a handle on that with the next few entries.
yeah. Um, I wonder. Incognito says, I feel like I'm biased more towards the later games since I've played them more and heard those themes more often, and that's kind of me too. So like, I'm trying to approach this like I know that once we get to the games that I've actually played, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, S tier, peak.
Wait a
um,
minute, peak alert. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm really trying to like be impartial, and I'm gonna try to like let this sort of not impartial. I mean, it is a ranked list, but fair.
Wait, can I actually go on a small rant while you place it in the tier list? Because so there's this person that I follow on Instagram Reels. I will not drop the channel name because I'm not trying to like genuinely talk behind their back or anything because I love their covers. But they did
Ooh.
a live stream where they're like, I'm gonna rank the Ocarina of Time soundtrack, and they kept saying like people were like, what do you think about Twilight Princess? What do you think about Majora's Mask? And I could tell this person is very much like a music person and not like a game critic, necessarily,
Oh,
because
interesting.
they were like, yeah, Twilight Princess is just like dubstep for like half of it, and Majora's Mask is not a finished game or something like that. I was like, girl, help! I can't watch this. This is gonna make me too
Whoa.
mad.
Yikes.
Yeah, I was like, girl, help! We are not saying Majora's Mask isn't a finished game out here in the big 2025. We're not saying that. Come on.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely going to have to like tell me who that is later.
Yeah, I'll just point you. Here's what I will say. I'll send it to you, but I'll say they do make genuinely great music covers. So that's why I'm not disclosing their channel, because I'm not trying to dogpile on them. But yeah, that just reminded me of that.
Okay. Maybe later we can just like nonchalantly, like this conversation never happened, be like, oh, this channel is so good. You should go look at it. I'm
Yeah,
just kidding,
true.
Dub. It'll
Yeah,
be so
absolutely.
transparent.
Yeah. Now, for this next one, it's not a mainline game.
Oh,
SFG,
right.
what do you know about Final Fantasy Mystic Quest?
What do I know about it? I know that I have played some of it and felt pretty underwhelmed.
Yeah. So, FF2, FF4 was localized into the rest of the world as Final Fantasy 2, and there were a lot of fears within Square Enix and some criticism that the game was too hard for Americans. And so they skipped um, bringing FF5 into English at that time, and they made a game called Final Fantasy Mystic Quest to be a spin-off that would basically be a very beginner's type of Final Fantasy game. And so what you get is like Super Mario Brothers 3 map progression, and very, very dumbed down and basic. Just basically everything you could picture in a stereotypical Final Fantasy game is there, and it's like most basic and boring form. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a great game on its own. The soundtrack is quite spectacular, though. I'm not sure who composed it. I could maybe look that up real quick. Selena
I'm
says
not
Mystic
actually sure
Quest was one of the
myself.
Mana games, wasn't it? No, that was Final Fantasy Adventure on the Game Boy Irian. But yeah,
Oh, that's
same
right. Yeah, I
vein.
think you're right.
Yeah, Fantasy Mystic Quest composers. Yeah, I'm gonna.
No, she knew what
I
you
know
meant,
there was at
Arian.
least two of them. Sorry, say that again.
So I was responding to chat. Sorry.
Mm. The composers, it looks like it was Ryuji Sasai and Yasuhiro Kawakami.
Wow, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure I can think of anything else that those people have done.
Yeah, me neither. But it's good to have their names out there.
Yeah, you're
All
welcome.
right. So yeah, shall we listen?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. What?
Okay. Okay. Wait, that's actually fire. That's actually like, literally awesome. What
Yeah,
the
that was
heck?
really good.
So good. What the heck? Dude, that got me, like that gif where like Elmo's like on the DJ turntable and then all the Sesame Street people dance. That was immediately what popped into my head when I was listening to that.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
awesome. Irio says it sounds like a game show.
Yeah,
So true.
it really
And we have
does.
Ryuji Sakamoto for real in chat going, I like it. Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, Selena says S.
Selena says
Ooh,
S. Wow.
wow. That's, you know what? I can totally see that. I think it deserves to go pretty high. What do you think?
Is it an S? I feel like, oh man, this is tough. I just feel like S is so like,
Yeah, considering we get 3 collective S tiers, I don't want to put it that high just because I know some of the stuff that's coming later. I just
yeah.
know some of that stuff's got to go in S tier. So I don't know. I mean it's really good. It's very danceable. I could give it a high B, probably compared to relative to everything else. I'm seeing a lot of A's in chat though.
I feel like it's an A. I feel like it's
Yeah.
an
Okay.
A.
Yeah. Let's put it. You know what? Let's put it in A. I think that was fire.
It was really good. I mean, it's basically almost nothing like any of the others.
Well, it
Which
has the same structure though, because it has that like very triumphant opening, and
yeah,
it even
yeah,
has like it even has like the duh, 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 like the triplet part
that's
that's part
true.
of that
Yeah,
little bit, and then it has like we're just jamming out afterwards. I think that dude that kicked butt. That was awesome.
yeah, that was
It like
really really
actually
good.
makes me excited to play Mystic Quest, and then I'll play the game for 5 minutes and get extremely tired.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could do like a maybe at the end we could do like a we should have thought about this beforehand, but um, we could do like a swap because we might change our mind. Like we might
True.
hear
Yeah, we
something
can
that's
adjust
so
some
good and be
stuff
like, you
at
really
the
think
end.
that this is better than that?
True. Wait, Scruffington says it doesn't sound like the things I remember D tier. And
Oh
actually,
yeah,
I think he's got a great point. I
he
think we should put
does.
it in D tier, actually.
Yeah, failed.
That's
Honestly,
so funny.
how optimistic is it of us that like we only went down to D?
It's true. That's a good point.
Like we kind of know going into this, or like I guess we're just assuming going into this that none of these are going to be bad.
That none of them are going to straight up suck. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
D is like, okay, that's certainly the fanfare, whatever. I mean, Final Fantasy music is pretty good. There's hardly a bad song in the series, really. Even the
yeah,
songs that some people say are the worst songs, like the heavy metal Chocobo song, like I actually like. So,
yeah, yeah. Fair
um,
points.
then we have Spoony Bard. We got Spoony Bard coming up here. We got Final Fantasy V.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, wait, that was Final Fantasy IV. Fuck, my joke is irrelevant. Anyway, let's move
Oh,
on.
I was like, I was like, yeah.
I was completely wrong.
I like
Anyway,
I didn't want to be a jerk because I also like wasn't sure.
yeah, that's fair.
um, Final Fantasy V. I assume this is also Super Nintendo.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. All right.
That's dope. Yeah, what do we yeah, I really maybe it's just my headphones, but like the bass sounds crunchier, the horns the horn sample sounds better. The organ is going crazy. It just comes in as very pleasing.
Yeah, I agree. I think the first things that stand out to me are that, first of all, it sounds like there is a more of a mastery of like using samples.
Yeah. To be fair though, when Dave says this sounds just like fours to me, I don't necessarily blame him because with the trumpets again, it is kind of along the same lines.
Yeah. Um, though I feel like there are like some little added flourishes here and there that kind of
Yeah.
just like Irian says.
Yeah, the little flourishes, yeah.
Yeah, that do kind of add some interest.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Not enough to be a
Yeah, what do
standout though. I call it a B.
you call it a B? You call it a B? Okay, yeah, we can put it in our B. We can put it in our B. Yeah, I think it does, like when we organize it a little bit, it could definitely go above the NES ones for sure. But I think it fits well in B, absolutely.
Okay. As long as we're in agreement.
Yeah, yeah, I think I can totally see it because yeah, yeah, Ryuji Sakamoto for real says Def B. Def B. Yeah, rock solid B. Irian says, yeah, I think chat's in agreement with us
All
too.
right, cool. Strong B. All right, now we're
Now
starting
we're
to get
getting,
into the ones that I've actually played at length.
yeah, yeah, we're getting into peak territory, potential peak territory. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I guess we could just jump right into the next one. Okay, so Final Fantasy VI is the one that was Final Fantasy III in Japan.
No, Final Fantasy, yeah, Final Fantasy VI is obviously Final Fantasy VI in Japan, was Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo here. Yeah.
Okay, so it was 3 for us,
Yeah.
6 for them.
It's so confusing. I don't know why they did that like that back in the
Extremely.
day.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I was
Well,
going to
the
make
only
excuses
way,
for them, but I refuse.
no, the only way that it was going to ever get fixed is if they decided, hey, screw it, let's just call it the same in every region, which is what exactly they did with FF7. The
Yeah.
only way it was ever going to get fixed.
Yeah, I guess that course corrected.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. This is the Final Fantasy 3 aka 6. See, I know
Yeah,
this one as 6. Like when I think of
yeah,
FF6, this is the game that comes to mind.
yeah, exactly.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, high A, easy, easy. Like I don't even think that's a contest. The rock, the slower tempo, the rock theming. Goodness heavens.
This kind of feels to me like almost kind of like how I felt about the transition or the jump from FF1 to FF2.
Really? How so?
I guess this particular theme sounds pretty darn similar to the one we just heard. It just adds some groovy drums. Oh snap! $2 donation from the political one.
Play the
Play the
Sephiroth theme.
Sephiroth theme.
Should we? Should we? Because I think we might be about to have a heated gamer fight about this, actually.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I'm just going to put it on. Hold on.
I do agree with Dave. I like the percussion in this one. It sounds smoother. Yeah, I think it hits harder, and just that the the drums, like the drum sounds, the guitar sounds, they hit hard. I really like that the slower tempo.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely good. I think, I mean, my opinion is definitely colored by the fact that the one that we heard, by the fact that I just heard another one before it, and I feel like they sound really similar with just the addition of, you know, some rock drums and maybe a little guitar.
Sure. Well, where in that case do you want to place it then? Because here's where we might have our fight.
It's tough to say. I mean, yeah, this is where it gets challenging, because now that I'm thinking about it, like it's definitely I think I would probably put it in B.
You want to do B? I think I'll settle for low A. That's what I'll settle for. I'll settle for low A. That's what I'll settle for.
You'll settle for low B? Sorry, I can't hear you over One Winged Angel.
Yeah. No, I was like, no, I'll settle for low A.
Oh, low A.
I thought that was your sixth psychological game. Is you said low B? That's funny.
I think I could let it go at a low A.
Yeah, I just think it really deserves it for those guitars. Come on now.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll cave on that. I think that's acceptable.
Yeah, and of course the list totally could change later, so yeah. Now, but like you said, your main argument was kind of built around. It kind of sounds like what was I saying? Oh yeah, like your whole argument was kind of built around, you felt it sounded a little too similar to the last, and obviously we're getting out of that era. We get to keep the classic fanfare jingle, but the melody that plays on the results screens are all completely different from each other from here on out, with a couple exceptions.
Yeah,
that's the era that we're in right now. Now, we both love Final Fantasy VII, right?
Yes.
So we might need to lowball this on purpose, but we'll get to that in a second. Do you also want to explain that there are 3 entries in this game?
Yes. So we are including the victory theme, of course, that happens after a battle, and the 2 themes or jingles that play after a Chocobo race, whether it's a win or lose.
Yes. Yeah, so I guess let's start with the battle fanfare, the iconic battle fanfare from Final Fantasy VII.
Here we go. Stop that. There we go. I've done this before, I swear. Come on.
Come on, dude. Oh my god.
I don't want to stop it. How long does this go on for? Okay, we're listening to the end.
Yeah, one more loop. Yeah, Selena says S tier. Selena says S tier. Okay. Oh goodness. Yeah, I could just listen to that. Yeah. Such a weird piece of music, but highly memorable. Dave Sears. Moxie Monk says this one's edgier. Yeah, it's. Whew. So here's the thing. Yeah, the harmonies, the overall construction of the piece, it's so catchy, but it kind of gives like the apprehensive feeling that's very prevalent throughout all of 7. I think here's what I think is about to happen. I think we're about to have an argument about I'm going to argue that we shouldn't place it in S tier because I don't want to blow our collective S tier together. unless we want to
Ooh.
do that on something else. But what do you think?
I think that I think it's at least an A.
At least.
At
Oh, it's at
least an
least.
A. I think
Because here's here's the thing. I do want to put it in S, but I'm like, what if we want to put something in S later? That's the only reason.
yeah, it's just I think let me just we don't I'm not necessarily trying to sway you. I just want to like make a case.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, yeah.
This particular victory fanfare is doing exactly all of the things that I have complained that the other ones didn't do thus far.
Mm,
It's really playing with this jingle in a way that it hasn't been played with before. It's we have our fanfare, we have our typical horns in the fanfare, and then we get like something else afterwards, as we usually do. But this time, it's totally different. It's so different.
mhm,
And not only is
mhm.
it totally different, but it's tonally accurate to the game in that it feels like it's apprehensive. And it's not just apprehensive, it's the first time, unless you count the NES, but I don't. It's the first time that we're using prominently a synth sound as opposed to like a sample of a brass or,
Like a more like trying to go for an orchestra sound.
yes, exactly. And it fits because like that apprehension around technology is like kind of at the crux of the theme of the game. So I feel like
Yeah.
not only does it work so well as a piece of music, but it also fits so perfectly with the themes of the game.
Oh, goodness heavens, you're. Oh, I know, but I don't want to put it in S. Oh, just because the whole rest of the series is just we're not even halfway. Oh my goodness.
uh,
Look, let's put it like first place in A tier. I think I'm okay with that because I just don't want to blow our collective or my individual S for FF7. I just love FF7 so much, dude. Oh my god.
all right, let's just put it. I'm gonna put it at the top of A.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Sorry, Ryuji. I'm
I
sorry,
don't love this. I
Ryuji.
don't love this placement. I I think it
Fuck.
deserves the S.
Okay. Should we use our collective one to put FF to be FF7 Andes and put it in S tier? Should we be
uh,
FF7 Andes?
I
Are we
I
really going to
just
be posting for FF7 posting on main?
uh, and the thing is like, and I don't want to like spoil this about myself too much, but like I have some like less than popular thoughts about Final Fantasy VII.
Sure.
Um, that's not to say that I dislike it, because I mean I love it. It's potentially the best. The fact that
Oh,
you two are so
fuck.
worked up over it shows it should be
Oh, fuck.
S.
Arian's completely freaking right. Okay. I
Yeah,
think
she's got a
chat wants
point.
us to put it in S. Let's do it. This will be our collective one.
All right.
We should do it.
All right. There it is.
There it is. Now, to clarify, that's our collective one. Now, each of us both get a personal S.
Yeah, so that means like we each get one like veto.
Yeah. If the other person is like, I mean, like, sure, I have no argument. Like, I have no solid argument about why it shouldn't go in S. And the other person is like, I want to put this in S so bad. Then, yeah, it'll go up there. And we both get one each.
Yep.
All right. Now, these other two we're going back to our roots. So I guess we'll kind of see. We'll kind of see.
All right. Let's hit this next one here. This one's called Jackpot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's enough.
Yes, I think we've chat. Genuinely, what do we think about this chat? Because sure, it sounds just as good as ever, but also it kind of sounds intentionally like held back. I think this one could probably go C.
Yeah, definitely no higher than C. That's for sure.
Definitely no higher than C. Yeah, I want to see what a lot more people in chat think, because Irian says first D tier. Yeah, Ryuji says C tier. It's just a little gambling. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean
I don't know. Yeah,
it's
maybe it could
the
go in
same as the
D.
original one, but somehow worse.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
it's still
creative at
cute.
all.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of C's and D's.
I'm gonna give it a C. It's
Yeah, let's
not
give it a
bad. It's just
C.
like it's very unremarkable and not super enjoyable.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, let's get to the next one is at least more interesting. I hope everyone in chat notices I just grabbed somebody's Chocobo Racing Guide YouTube thumbnail for this entry because I was really lazy at that point in our stream planning.
I've heard
Can
all
I
I need to
actually
hear.
say something? Can I
Yeah,
actually say something crazy right now?
do.
I think we should move Jackpot to D, and I think we should put this one in C. Because look,
You know what? I'm not going to argue with
look,
that. I'm not arguing with that.
because look, we haven't heard it in a like straight up minor key before. We haven't heard the melody in a minor key, and I like the sauce that that little organ brings. And I know people are in the chat are probably going to be like, "What? What are you talking about?" I think it's got more sauce. It's got more sauce.
Yeah. Dave says, "Oh wow, this is even worse." And Moxie says, "This one feels like it's fighting
Like it's
itself," and I
fighting
could not
itself.
agree more.
I mean, hey guys, for context, this is when you lose a chocobo race.
Yeah.
So they wanna bum you out. Was trying to be sad, but the theme is such a built-in fun energy. I mean, it's kind of along the lines of when you lose a race in Mario Kart too. You know, like the tempo is still a little bit up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't
No, I'm
know.
with you
I
on that
That's what
one.
I think. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I'm sure people in chat are gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah,
Sad
but
fun is
I
a
think
hard
that's
concept to
fair.
convey. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So good though. Oh, Selena. No, Selena is completely right. It's so good. I would lose on purpose to hear that. It's such a nice twist. Yeah, that's goated.
Yeah.
Oh, I like what Ryuji Sakamoto says about our next fanfare. Is their personal favorite.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Let's see if it's
Let's
got any. Let's see if your goat has any sauce.
get over there.
Ooh, okay. Oh, it's so good. It has a very bouncy song. It feels. I mean, okay. So first off, eight is such a weird game, right?
Yes.
It's such a weird game. It's got so many tones, and the world building doesn't really bring them together in the same way that, like, for example, seven or nine does,
Mhm.
right? But that piece really went places. Like, it kind of captures how all over the place eight is, but it's still so damn catchy. Even though we're back to the horns for the fanfare itself, bringing in that marimba and that crazy kick and the staccato bass and rhythms. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
I'm about to dance over here. What the heck?
It's definitely a choice. Like it's I'm having a hard time articulating like what it feels like when I listen to it.
It feels almost like a Donkey Kong song. It's very strange.
it's like, I guess I just kind of almost feel like it doesn't. I'm struggling here. I really like this one. I like this one a lot. I feel like everything after the fanfare, if I had never played Final Fantasy VIII before and I just heard the part after the fanfare, I would have no inkling at all whatsoever that it's a victory theme.
Ooh, interesting. So how does that make you feel about it?
I mean, I guess it's maybe an argument of semantics. I mean, are we ranking victory themes, or are we just ranking victory themes? Because if I'm ranking it based on how it serves as how it conveys victory, I give it like a B. But if I'm ranking it as a piece of music, just as a piece of music generally, without like a specific, like it must sound like victory, then I think it's closer to an A.
Well, I guess the way I'm coming to it from is like, we've got it in the list and we kind of already know that they're like, it's like the victory motif. So I guess we can just listen to these as pieces of music is what is how I've been considering them. But
Yeah.
I agree with Urian and chat. It doesn't really match the military motif the game goes for, because it's a great piece of music, but I guess it borderline doesn't fit 8 very well in that regard.
Well, I mean, you could make the argument that this is a reach, but while that part is playing after the fanfare itself, you're looking at what is essentially a result screen, aka like a menu.
True. Okay.
And the menu system in that game, particularly just the systems in general and like how you navigate and how you customize your characters and stuff, is super weird. It's super weird.
That's true.
And it fits with a super weird piece of music.
Okay. That's true. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
Maybe just for that, we give it like high B. Let's give it like high B.
I could give it a high B. It's not better. It's not better than this for sure, than 6.
Oh, okay, true. Yeah, I cannot go above. And it's definitely better than the chip tune and the 5 one. I think is very interesting. So we could put it in high B. We'll put it in a high B. Because I do really like that song. But 8 is just so weird. 8 is just so weird.
It is very strange. And just to okay, I'm gonna say a thing now.
Go for it.
Here comes a thing. I personally, and I'm not making a claim about what is better or worse. I'm not making a claim about quality or execution. Just from a personal taste perspective, I prefer Final Fantasy VIII as a game over 7.
Yeah, I think I told you this when we were on the call. I was very, very close to being like, you know what? I'm so down. 8 is goated. I don't care what anybody says. This game's crazy. I love it. And then like the whole last dungeon of the game just made me so frustrated. And so I was like, I can't stand this game anymore. I got so burnt out. But
oh snap, chat agrees.
The silence. I'm dead. No, so that's my take on 8 is like I'm so down to be like on board with 8's craziness, but then there's enough downsides where I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm kind of ripped out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I'm totally on board with that. And I think like when I say that I prefer 8 over 7, like I said, I'm not trying to say that I think it's a better game objectively or something.
Sure.
I just find that it appeals to me more than 7 does. And so I'm trying to use that as a way of like explaining to both you and the audience that like, you know, that like my heart wants to put 8 above 7.
Sure. Yeah.
But I'm
totally,
trying to be like realistic about the music.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, sevens is just more iconic, and it's like undoubtable that it like fits the themes of the game without like just perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Now, speaking of disagreements that we're probably going to have, let's go ahead and play the next one.
I have a feeling chat's going to be involved with this one. We might
Yeah,
have to
I
do a
think
poll.
so. I think so.
Okay.
Oh, I'm seeing some very bad reception from chat. Oh my
Uh,
goodness, that's crazy. Yeah, I'll let you take the reins on starting this one off, SFG, because I know that FF9 is your goat.
it is. Um, yeah, I mean, uh, can I be reasonable about this? I don't know.
Go for Yeah, that's true. It's very tough. Yeah.
um, I think that this particular victory theme is everything that I would want from a victory theme for this game.
Mm,
I will say I don't think it's as good as 7. And let me just
true.
I'm just going to say it. Final Fantasy 9 is in like my top 3 video games of all time. So, I'm going to have a natural desire to put this above all of the others. Um, but if I'm being reasonable, I think that for like the tonality of the game that it's in, that I don't think it could be any better. I mean, this game's whole point was to like kind of get back to the roots, so to speak. So the victory theme being almost exactly the same in terms of notation, but with that, somebody said storybook. Who said it? Irian. That storybook vibe that 9 goes for, yeah, I think it's perfect for that.
Mm,
But I can also see how those I believe they're recorders. Um,
yeah.
I can see how those can be a bit grating.
Yeah. I will say I like the kind of medieval drum line that this version of the fanfare has going on. But I'm just not personally crazy about 9 myself, not because it does anything wrong, but just because getting back to the roots, it kind of was losing some of the sauce that like the previous games like were kind of building up, I think. But I think and I think like stricter fantasy stuff is just something that appeals to me less. But I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with chat that it's like the worst thing ever. I think it's perfectly serviceable. But to me, I'm also like, I don't think it's like going back to the classic fanfare was a great idea, but I don't think it goes as crazy as like 7 or 6 or 8 were, like getting up to this point and then going back to that. So I don't know. I personally I think I want to put it in a C. So I think we're very divided here.
Oh, for C?
Yeah, I
Oh
think
no.
so. We might be at an impasse here.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, I would probably if it was up to me, I would put it in like a mid to high B,
Ooh.
like below 8.
Let's see, what do we got in C? We got the jackpot and we got Final Fantasy IV.
Like no way in
Hmm.
hell is Final Fantasy IX's victory theme in the same category as this piece of shit.
Okay, look. Okay. No, but it could be in the same tier as them, but above them. Like I want to give it a high C.
Ryuji says, "I'm sorry, SFG. This might be one of your favorite games, but this isn't it,
Mm,
Chief."
okay, let's do a poll. I genuinely want to see because
All
I
right.
know Scruffington and Moxie were like a little bit more positive on it.
Yeah.
I genuinely want
Okay.
to. I'm genuinely curious to see what chat says about this.
Okay.
I will say I respect Ryuji's opinions so far. I think Ryuji's had some pretty good ones. And Selena says shots fired. Yeah, we're going at it. We're going at it with this one, guys. So yeah, because look, here's the thing. Like FF9, so a lot of people are like, yeah, FF9 like does the classic Final Fantasy stuff the best out of like all of them. But to me, I'm like, I don't know. I just don't find it like that interesting. I don't find it very exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I respect your opinion even when it's wrong.
Well, we were talking about if they chose to do another remake project, and I was like, I wouldn't even be upset if they chose to do nine. It doesn't necessarily need it because, like the people that already love it, like more people are gonna fall in love with nine over time as is without a remake. And I'm like, I want to see that for eight, which is like a bonkers game. And I would like to see the remake writing team like work on that. I think that would be extremely interesting.
Yeah, and I think 8 gets potentially the least uh appreciation
Mm-hmm.
um in like the grand scheme of things. I definitely think that 9 starts to have a there's a certain charm to 9 that I think ages a little better because it's sort of
Mm,
designed to be old.
sure. Yeah.
Um because like old timey is old timey no matter what. But
That's
like
true.
but like
That's
8
true.
is like a at this point it's basically retrofuturism.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a conversation we get all day, but we got like, I think we got 7 votes in there, which relative to how many people are watching is a pretty high count.
Yeah. Anybody want
Yeah.
to take like 20 more seconds to get your votes in?
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know if you
very,
guys can see it in chat, but I can see like where I can see what the current like
yeah,
trending answer is.
it shows it to chat as well.
Okay.
Like once you vote, it shows you.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. Last call. I'll give the latency a chance to catch up to me saying last call.
True.
I wonder if anybody's abstaining because they think it's better or worse than B or C.
That's interesting. That's actually funny. Yeah, I like that idea. I think it's about where it's going to be at. Yeah.
Yep, I think so. All right.
I will say low B. That's what I'll say. But we
Oh
could put
yeah, look
it,
at it.
yeah. Yeah. Very split. Very split.
All right, I guess it's low B then. It hurts, but I
Dang.
guess it's
Yeah, how do you feel about that? Play the sad song from Mario RPG and give a villain speech.
oh god. I don't have a villain speech.
Oh,
I don't I'm not as impassioned enough. I'm just sad.
that's fair. That's fair. Well,
I'm not
can I
plotting
can
any
I ask
revenge.
you, this is a very crushing loss for you about Final Fantasy IX. How do you feel about Final Fantasy X?
As a game,
Yeah.
I really like it. Um
Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's one of my I think it is my favorite.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely think
Um,
that 10 is um one of the better mainline games.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say too much more about it. I mean, I do really like it, but I don't want to I don't know. It's a good
You
game.
don't want to
It's a good
glaze
game
it.
for
You don't want
sure.
to glaze it too much. Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
definitely good. Yeah, yeah. SFG looks out into the distance as dearly beloved plays. Dang, that is such vivid imagery. Yeah, Arians with me. FFX is my FF Go. I will say though, it's my favorite game to play, and I love the world of FF10. Like Spira is such an amazing like fantasy world. Like I think that's what really carries it for me. Um, and the soundtrack is great because now there's multiple composers on the soundtrack. It's so interesting and just intricate. But
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to see how the fanfare um holds up.
Well, I guess I'll just play it. Yeah, I'm not going to comment too much more.
Sure, sure.
Here it comes. All right. I'm going to answer some of chat's questions real quick.
Sure.
Jumping quality on PS2. This is the first time they did streamed music. I just want to go on record as saying that this track is not streamed. It's still MIDI.
Yeah. There's a huge yeah, it's very interesting because I think it's like it's just super cool because like they would still do MIDI stuff, but it's just like the samples are just great. Like the samples just sound so uncompressed and good,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean they're almost completely uncompressed at this point. Like
Yeah.
it's just the actual sample from whatever sample library or rompler they happen to be using, just like
Hmm.
one to one almost.
Which is awesome. I will say I really like this one. I like the tropical vibes and the fanfare. We got that steel drum. I
Yeah.
love the bass kind of doing like a steady march. I really like the little like arpeggio going on in the back with that little synth.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the only thing I'm a little mixed on is like the melody that trumpet plays in the end. Ba-da-ba-da-ba, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's great. The trumpet is a bit shrill, but like it's still like a synth trumpet, which other than like Kirby games, those don't like sound great. But I think I really like this one. I think I want to put it in A.
I agree.
What's your take on it?
Easy A for me.
Yeah, yeah, super fun song. It matches like Ten's like really because despite the fact the story gets very depressing, like a lot 10 has an overall very like just uplifting, kind of almost laid back atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. It fits the game really, really well.
Yeah, definitely.
Scruffington, no S.
No S.
No, that's because I'm saving that for a bit later.
Yeah, no. Only one S so far. Oh my god. I really hope that we are not those people that end this with just FF7 and S tier. I will quit
I don't
streaming
think we
forever.
will. I don't think we will. We do. Well, look, we both got our individual picks, so there will be some stuff up there.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, okay, I'm gonna be super annoying. I'm gonna step away for a moment. Do you think you can keep chat entertained?
Sure, chat. You ask me some fun questions, and I'll give you some fun answers. I gotta reload the page here so I can see it because it's a bit lagged for me as well. Well, guys, what do you think about the stream so far? I think it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty whimsical and silly, perhaps. Yeah, I mean the list so far. I know we've had some hot takes. I know that it's not crazy for me to not like FF9. I know it's pretty divided. Ooh, here's some good questions. Scruffington says, who's your favorite FF character? Ah, that's probably not, maybe not my favorite, but who immediately popped in my head is I love Yuna from FF10. Um, Such a sweetie. Um, Super awesome character. Let's see. Selena says favorite food queen. You make me pasta any day of the week. You make me pasta any day of the week, and we will be there. I will be there. I will be slurping up those spaghetti noodles. Ryuji Sakamoto says favorite overall FF OST. If I had to pick one, I straight up probably would say FF10. Having multiple composers on it just led to such variety. Super cool soundtrack. I love the tropical and the relaxed vibes. Just amazing.
I
Days
respect
Video
that.
Game Journey. Any thoughts on Uematsu's music in Fantasian? Oh, I really like it, Dave. He really pushed for. He said his goals. I read an interview he did. He said this was my first time wanting to incorporate dissonance and improvisation into my score, and he cooked. The improv sounds great. The variety has never been higher. And the even the dissonance is like, wow, you made like a soundtrack that feels like it could only be in the world of this game, like even more so than usual, just by using dissonance to accentuate the story. It's really good. And then last question here. I know you're back, SFG, but sorry, I'm on a roll here. I'm on a
Oh,
roll
good.
here. Selena says, what pasta do you like most? I gotta keep it real, guys. I'm a spaghetti stan, but I do eat a good mac and cheese.
Those are both solid answers.
Yeah.
See you, Ryuji. Thanks for coming.
Oh, Ryuji's gotta leave. For
That's
real?
such a bummer. The real Ryuji.
I know. The real Ryuji Sakamoto. Yeah, yeah. Dave says you would love it. You love this, and I love this. I do love dissonance. I'm such a sucker.
Oh, that's funny. Did I miss anything good?
No, they asked me who's my favorite FF character. So I said Yuna was the first character to pop in my head about overall like characters. Do you
Oh,
have a good answer
interesting.
for that?
Yeah, my personal favorite is Kuja.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the villain of FF6, right? Or no, that's
9.
FF9. FF9.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kuja has a very interesting arc as well. Yeah, I think Kuja's cool.
Yeah, love him.
Yeah, yeah. Well, gotta love his thong. He's honestly, gay icon.
I know, right?
All right.
So 10-2 now.
Yeah, this is a very interesting era because like they were making sequels. They can't get the original composers back because they just decided to make a sequel. So we got totally different composers now. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's worth mentioning just before we go into this that I haven't actually played 10-2.
I have. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, here we go.
And it keeps going for a while. They just are having fun. Dang, they just kept going with it. That's crazy. There's our lead. There's our lead. That's
Wow.
crazy how long that is.
That you know what? You go ahead. I'd like to hear your thoughts first.
Yeah, so well, I mean, I'm sure you're very much like that is not what I expected a Final Fantasy X related song to sound like.
Not in the
So
least.
yeah, what's crazy about 10 too is that it's going for more of like a Charlie's Angels vibe.
Mm.
And so I'm it because I don't know. A lot of people are like, yeah, this is weird, but like the vibe is kind of perfect from that song to the game because like Yuna is like, okay, I'm not gonna be a summoner anymore. I'm gonna go on my own adventures and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm gonna go sphere hunting. And so like they got a more of like a super spy thing kind of going on. It's very interesting. And I think the game is very goofy and lovable for that. Um, so I'm gonna keep it real. This might be my S. This might be my S.
Wow.
I really like it. I really like 10 too. It might not be my favorite or anything. It's definitely not a perfect game, but you know, with how depressing 10 was, I think I'm chill with them going the completely opposite direction for the sequel, right? I find that incredibly interesting and daring creatively. And also, dude, did we hear how long that was going on? Like they cooked. They were sitting there like, yeah, I know we're cooking. Let's just put on like 15 more seconds here. Like, come on now.
Yeah. Who's the composer?
I think it was several people. Let me look it up. Yeah, I want to at least know who is on the sound team because I don't know if it's one of those ones where we know who wrote individual stuff unless we're looking at a like a soundtrack or something. So this soundtrack was done by Noriko Matsueda and Takahito Eguchi.
Interesting. Well,
I can't say I've ever really heard of them.
I do recognize the names, but I don't know that I could name any of their work.
Oh, Noriko Matsueda worked on The Bouncer. So there's that and Front
Oh,
Mission series.
that tracks.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And Takahito Eguchi worked with Tomoya Otani on several Sonic the Hedgehog games. Okay, okay. So we see where we're coming from here. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, well, here's my take on this theme.
All right.
I didn't play FF102, so
Hmm.
I don't have context. I'm trusting that what you're saying and what Chad is saying about this particular game. I'm just trusting that that's the vibe, or at least that I'm understanding your description pretty well. So take with a grain of salt how I respond to this music.
Sure, sure.
First of all, as a piece of music, it's phenomenal. It's
Yep.
genuinely fantastic beyond like, I mean, of all of the ones that we've done so far, that we've listened to thus far, out of literally all of them, it is by far the most interesting piece of music to listen to.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. It's really, really fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I will listen to this song later just because I like it that much. I've never heard it before, and I just really, really think it's fantastic. It's wonderful. That said, the very last thing that I would think of is victory from this. I mean,
Really?
it kind of sounds to me like you ran out of time in an arcade racing game. And like this is
Okay.
the results screen that tells
Totally.
you how far you came and asks you if you want to insert a coin.
Sure. But if we're thinking about looking at a results screen, isn't that kind of what happens after you beat a turn-based battle?
That is an excellent point.
Because and here, picture this, picture this. Can you play the beginning of that one again?
Yeah, for sure.
like through the guitar solo part. Yeah, there we go. So I want you to picture. I want you to picture. Um, like you killed all the enemies. That kicks in. The characters are doing like their little dance, and then like one of them goes like, "You thought you could take us out? Ha!" Or something like that, and then it fades to the results screen. Just imagine that opening with that. Is that not perfect?
Yeah. I don't think I can fight that.
Yep, and that's why it's going up into S tier, baby. It's definitely going below FF7 because FF7 is just like perfect, but this is like, damn, the fuck?
Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, this is a pretty special piece of music. Not to like sound corny, but like this is like really something.
Yeah, no, this is one. I mean, there's so many songs, and I mean, the fanfare is always classic,
Yeah.
And every Final Fantasy game has like their songs that are like, oh damn, I'm gonna remember that the rest of my life. And it's never one of the fanfare ones. I mean, sure it's catchy because it's in every game and it's iconic as fuck. But like, this is one of those ones where it's like, damn, I'm gonna remember that the rest of my damn life. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna fight it being an S. I'm not gonna fight it.
Okay, fuck yeah, yeah. This is Drew Doodle, and let it be known, Drew Doodle cannot pick another S tier from this point on. I gotta go turn. I forgot the sun was gonna go down super early, so I'm gonna go turn my light on real quick. I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely think it belongs in S tier. It's at minimum, I would give it a high A. I couldn't see it being any lower than that. It's just such a good piece of music, which is crazy considering like when you think of Final Fantasy victory themes, like there's obviously one jingle that comes to mind. So something that's not that jingle making its way into S tier is pretty impressive. Like it would have to be really good.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like I can't, like the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, they're going a really different direction, but it like only grew on me the more that I played through the game.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, I haven't played the game itself, but this, I feel like it works given the context just that you've shared.
Yeah, yeah. Do we want to talk with this next one about how it took us like way too much effort to find it?
Yes, we do, because that's important. The work that we do today and have done to prepare for this should not go without its accolades.
Yes.
Final Fantasy XI Online definitely has a victory theme in it, which I think is associated with like gaining a level. I don't think it actually plays like when you win a fight. I think it's just like a little sound effect that plays when you gain a level since it's an MMO. So it was really a pain in the ass to find. We did end up finding it, right?
Yeah, we did. I think so. Yeah, we were like pouring over like the soundtracks and like in-game footage on like people's playthroughs on YouTube and stuff. We did find a good rip, but even the official soundtrack doesn't freaking have the victory fanfare on it.
Yeah.
It was like insane. Like we were going crazy. Like we were sitting here like, why would Square not put this in the FF11 soundtrack? What the heck?
Yeah, great question.
We did find what I believe. Hey, look, we found a decent rip. So I don't know where we'll place it. So I guess we'll see.
Decent is giving it a lot of credit, but here we go. D.
Right,
D tier.
D.
Trash.
That's nothing.
It's trash. The fact that this game came out after or around the same time as FF10 is embarrassing. There's no excuse for that.
Yeah, and I get it. We're playing an MMO, so we probably want to save some processing power. It's like, what is this? Come on, this is ridiculous.
Burn another S on that? No, I don't think so.
Wait, actually, Scruffington might have a point. So yeah, that's ridiculous. It's, just compared to everything else that was on the PS2 for this series, what the heck is this?
Yeah, it's a pile of garbage. It's bad. And it's not because it's a sequenced piece of music. It's because it's
Mhm.
bad.
It doesn't sound pleasant. It straight up is like, that's it.
Yeah, there
That's
are
it.
a lot of tracks in FF11. I think most of them honestly are still sequenced. Particularly because 11 is such a like massive game for its time. It
Yeah.
makes sense that they
Yeah.
would continue to use sequenced music. And a lot of it is really really good. Most of it, I think, is really good music. Um,
Yeah.
and I say that without nostalgia because I didn't play it until I was like 25. So,
I haven't
um,
played it at all. Yeah.
yeah, I've played maybe like 20 hours of it. Um,
Mm.
but the music is genuinely really good. So like what is the explanation here? I would really love to get in the head of whoever did that and was like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's fine. And here's the thing, maybe that just like plays over like sound effects too. So I'm sure that makes it like, I could imagine myself being like, yeah, that's fine. But it's like, dude, even compared to the other song that's in D tier and the other song that's like the songs we put in C tier, it's like, that's it. You're just gonna play the fanfare jingle with the worst samples imaginable, and there's not even like a fun melody to go with it. Like it's not even at least like a nice, like fun melody to like listen to, you know?
Yep.
Come on. D tier, bottom of the list, easy. What the
Yeah.
frick?
It's just bad. It's just bad all
That's
around. Like
really
it's
bad.
yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. I think we've shit on it
Yeah, let's
enough,
get
right?
out of here. Let's get out of here. I've had it with this neighborhood.
All right. Let's go to 12. 12 is another one of my like
Your
favorite games of
goats.
all time. Yeah.
You really like Ren Fair stuff, huh?
Yep. I love like Ren Fair, high fantasy.
Heck yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I like that. I like it better than nines, at least. Like I'll give it I like it better than nines as far as going back to that classic melody.
Yeah.
Like and the samples sound really great. Is that that's still sequenced, right?
I think this might actually be the no, it's the 12 version. Hold on, wait. I have to listen to it.
The specific one is sequenced.
Huh. I I actually think it's sequenced. But I think it's a hybrid of sequenced and not. I think some of the
Interesting.
stems are like real recordings. Um,
Sure. Okay. Sure. I go. Yeah. So we have stems going on. That's interesting.
yeah. I think
Okay.
it's a
I,
streamed track, but I think that some of the instruments are like romplers and stuff.
okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah. No, it's definitely good. Like it definitely deserves to go decently high. I like how the strings go, like, I like how the strings, especially at the end, it's like,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. It gives it a little bit more of that, like, high fantasy, a little bit more serious tone, right? That
Yeah.
I feel like the game is known to go for with it because it's like a political drama, right?
Yes, it's extremely serious.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like it kind of matches like what I imagine it to be, like a high fantasy political drama that feels very much in tone with it. But do we want to put it above the stuff that has more of an original melody?
Hmm. I mean, I would put it somewhere in B.
Okay,
I think it would be above 9.
sure. Well, I think my real question is from looking at what we have in B, do we want to put it above or below 8? Because 8 is a bop. 8 is a danceable bop. This is like, all right, guys, we've locked in. We locked in. We did it, guys. We won the wars.
Ugh, this is hard.
It is hard.
This is hard. I mean, I feel like I feel like in terms of a like a reimagining of the actual like the OG thing, like the OG like jingle and like post melody. I think this is the best one so far.
Okay.
Um, yeah. I think that yeah, this is the okay.
Well,
I just feel like it's definitely like worthy of being above others
8.
that are like reimaginings of the same thing,
Oh, I see.
whereas like I think 8 is still more creative overall. This is just like oh,
Okay.
remember that song that was on the NES? Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you
here
just
it
like
is
make that
again.
an orchestra?
Mm, I see. I see. Maybe we could put it in. What do you want to put it like right behind 8 then?
Yeah, I think that's okay. We'll put
Okay.
it there.
Before we move on to the next one, I just saw Dave in chat say there's some strange background noises that have started when you're speaking. I'm not sure which one of us he's referring to.
Oh, it's probably me. I'm having electrical interference
Mhm.
with my mic right now. I have to
I'm
like
not hearing it on my end. Maybe Dave is talking about like if the traffic is getting a little bit loud when it flies past my window.
oh, I'm not sure. I mean, they are hearing you as I'm hearing you, and I don't hear anything on your end.
And I don't hear anything on your end.
Although, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, there's definitely like funky noise coming from my mic.
Sure.
Um, sorry about that. I'll try to minimize it as much as I can.
Sure. Um, yeah, that being said, have either of us played 13? I've barely played it.
Barely.
Barely. I don't know barely anything about it.
Yeah, um I think I've played like the first hallway.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah. They like we've both played the very beginning, but we barely know anything about this
Yeah.
game.
I mean, great. We're going into it unbiased, right?
Super blind, yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, I do know that song. That's the Thomas like tape. I do know that.
Hmm.
This is a nice one.
Peace. Oh, bye, Selena.
Bye, Selena. You have a good night. Whoa, this is dope. What
Huh.
the heck?
I liked that.
That's crazy where that goes. That was such a journey.
Yeah, I really liked it. Um,
Yeah, any
hmm.
overall thoughts on like the musicality of it?
Honestly, it's really unexpected. Um,
Yeah, it is.
there are a couple of tracks from 13 that I listen to pretty frequently just because Masashi Hamauzu is like just a fantastic composer. Um,
Yeah.
And when measured against some of those tracks, I feel like it makes sense. There's definitely some motif in there. Like Lightning's theme is definitely audible in that victory or like results screen. It's good, but I don't feel wowed by it. I just feel like, oh, this is nice.
It is yeah, because it's like, especially when it gets a little bit more like relaxing. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I feel like we just need to keep carrying like the energy through, like save the relaxing tracks for like the overworld and stuff, because it just got. I did like the choir part, but it just feels a little bit like, okay, we're pushing it a little bit too much, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like when that piano came in and played the title screen music again, the ba ba da da da. Yeah, I liked that part. That was nice. But I don't know. We could maybe put it low B. Our B is gonna be very full.
Yeah, I give it a low B as well. It's not better than
Yeah.
9.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
I can't even say the number
fair.
9 without venom in my voice right now.
Look, I'll let you have that one. I'll let you have that one.
Oh, that's right. 13-2 has 2.
Yeah, I think because that game decided to have one for like if you don't get 5 stars in the battles, and then I guess there's one for if you do get 5 stars. So I think we're
Gotcha.
starting with the one that isn't 5 stars, I think.
Okay. Sorry, I'm having a whole like brain fart right now. Here we go.
It's okay. It's okay. Take your time.
Okay. So this is the regular one?
I believe so.
Okay. Oh, come on. I was literally thinking at the beginning that it sounds like Ape Escape.
I'm dead. This literally is Ape Escape. That's so funny.
Wow.
So I think it's kind of middling. Moxymog in chat, I like that this has ringtone energy. That's so funny. I don't think it's bad or anything. It's perfectly nice, but it's a little repetitive. I like that piano part though.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, it's I keep trying to like remind myself that like context is important here. Like I'm measuring against like some of these giants here.
Yeah, that's the thing is because for obviously for full context, obviously haven't haven't played 13-2 either because I'm not gonna play the sequel to a game I haven't played,
Yeah.
So I think that one's and I think we'll put that in C. I want to put that in C because it's like that's good. It's not
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
a little bit.
definitely
It's a little bit too wavering.
I think here. It's above this.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I think we're in agreement on this one. Yeah, I don't know if anybody in chat strongly disagrees, but I think that one's just like it's very like yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Maybe the who knows, maybe the 5-star version is like crazy. Like it like changes drastically. I don't know. I haven't heard it yet.
If this goes super hard, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Okay, the drums are jumping. Okay. is still good. What the fuck?
Is that the loop?
I think so. I would imagine it. Yeah, it definitely is.
All right.
Did somebody say A tier? Did somebody say A tier? Chat, what do we think about this? SFT, what do you think about this? That was crazy.
I mean, I think it definitely feels like right for its purpose. But I don't actually think it's better than the non 5-star version.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
I
it's
thought that was
definitely busier.
crazy better. It is busier. I was like jamming to it.
Yeah, it's definitely good. I don't know. I didn't feel as excited listening to it as I did listening to the previous one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to put it above or below the original 13? Because I could go for a B.
Hmm.
You want to put it above FF4 maybe?
That's tough. I mean, I feel like OG 13.2, not 13, but 13.2 is a little better. I feel like
Sure.
the less busy version of the same track sounds better.
Okay. Um, should we ask chat, or do you think this is that much of a beef?
I mean, it's not. I guess it's not really that consequential.
Because I really liked that. I really liked that one.
Yeah. I mean, all right. I mean, where would you put it?
We could put it above 4. I'm okay with a C tier for that one. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But it definitely was. I liked it better than the first one. I feel like chat was vibing for the most part.
Okay. Dorkax didn't love it.
Dorkax didn't love it. Oh, Dorkax is here. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Dude, guys, Dorkax is peak. Dorkax is genuinely one of the best YouTubers like of all time.
Ever.
That's slay. Let's see. Dorkax also asked, what's a Final Fantasy? Is it anything like the Walking Dead Destinies? Yeah, I would have to
honestly.
say that. Yeah, it's basically the same game, really.
Shot for shot remake. I guess this is Lightning Returns is FF13.3.
Yeah, I think so.
Why did they make so many sequels to this game?
I think they really wanted to go ham with 13, and people were like, "This game, this game."
People are like, "Okay,
okay,
all right." This, I swear, this better be good.
This has to be fire. What a Sega track. This is so sick.
Oh?
You can go jam, look at the police. Yeah, definitely.
Well,
what do you think?
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
It feels kind of, all right, forgive me for saying so, but this game, it's going to be hard for me to articulate this because it's not, I don't think it's ever something that I have thought deeply about, but have been,
Sure.
you know how like when like the culture of the things that you are interested in is like in your brain and you don't think about it consciously until something reminds you of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I totally get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how the vibe that I'm getting from this feels. It's like I'm remembering what what kinds of trends were popular during like
Oh,
this like
yeah.
PS3 era, and like this just feels like really dry PS3 trend to me.
Okay. You might, yeah, that's completely fair. Yeah. It's definitely good, but I think I agree with you. It's not crazy good. Yeah, I could totally put this in like C tier because compared to everything else we've listened to, it's like, okay, here's our, yeah, it's definitely the victory theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? What is this? What is happening here? Like, what is this?
Yeah,
What
it's
am I
just like,
seeing here? What is
there
that?
might be like Lightning's different animations, like when you beat a battle, maybe. Like this person tried to make an AMV out of this victory fanfare.
It's
Okay.
just that like these clips are goofy to me. This stuff is just goofy. It's just like it's
Yeah.
not working.
I don't know enough about Lightning to be like, yeah, this fits light. I don't know. I don't know anything. Yeah, it's very
Okay.
much like, okay, yeah, this is on the list, I guess. Like it's gotta be. That's very much where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say watching these as compared to
What the
what very
heck?
little I know about Lightning, I feel like they spit on her character.
Interesting.
I don't know
Okay.
anything about her. I know nothing about her except what the 20 minutes that I played of the original game, the screenshots that I've seen, and the general vibe that I've gotten from like these few tracks. Um,
They ruined. They ruined my goat. They ruined my goat from the beginning of FF13. They ruined her.
I just feel like
That's
she
funny.
seems like such a like I just get such a like I get one particular vibe, I guess,
Yeah.
from like her design and everything, and that entire vibe feels completely lost in both this piece of music and in this imagery. I just feel like they lost the plot on Final Fantasy 13 entirely.
They
What is
probably
this?
did. I don't
When did
even know.
Lightning
Yeah.
become all of the Sailor Scouts?
Yeah, FF13, Irian says FF13 brought back the dress sphere thing. Okay, so she's got like different classes from different costumes then. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I think I could accept it for FF10 too. I don't know how to feel about it with Lightning, but then again, I don't know much about Lightning, so I don't know. We could put this in C. We can put this in C. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, whatever.
I still think it's better than this crap.
That's fair. That's fair. That's totally fair. Now we're moving on to FF14.
Yeah. So this first one is from the original FF14 that was essentially canceled.
Wiped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a nice conversion here.
Well,
Okay, listen, marching band boy. Marching band boy, what do you think about this one?
I I like it. I feel like it sounds a little too much like a carnival.
It's like it's giving Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, it just feels kind of like I mean, it's good. It's definitely good. I don't mean to like dunk on it. It's just kind of
Well, I think at this point in the series, we're like, all right, yep, you're doing a throwback. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
feel
like
like the
when I
vibe
hear
of it
the
is sorry, go ahead.
you go no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Um, it just feels very like I mean, you said marching band. I'm picturing like the circus is coming to town and they're parading
Mm,
through the streets. Um,
totally.
which feels I don't know, just a little odd.
Yeah, Sure. Yeah. And I don't, yeah, I straight up at this point in the ranking, it's like, all right, we've heard the melody like a million times. I don't feel super strongly about it, you know, like it's kind of lost its fun factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you want to put it?
Um, let's see. Is there a phoned in tier?
A pho- I mean, maybe D tier, C tier, maybe. I don't know.
I guess it's a C.
I guess it's a C. Because it's just like, all right, we're doing this again. We're
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah. At this point, yeah, at this point, the original melody is officially
Better than
reached the
Lightning
point.
Returns.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah. Because it's definitely, they did try to give us some sauce, but it's like, okay, we're doing a throwback again. Like, it's like if we were ranking every version of the Super Mario Brothers theme, if we were getting to like this point, we'd be like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care about this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. With all the clowns I've had to drag through dungeons, calling it a circus is pretty apt.
That's funny.
That is funny. Yeah, yeah. Irian says I'd say C because it's at least technically sound, and I agree with that.
Yeah, that's fair. And
It's
then,
a good piece of music.
yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with it, but it's nothing special at this point. It's like whatever. Yeah, we're like, okay, good. Okay.
Wait, Scruffington. It's a we'll use this for now and come back later. Oops, the game shipped tier.
That's so fun, dude. That's probably what happened with 14 too, because you know they wiped the original version of the game off the face of the planet.
Yeah.
Like even in universe, from what I've heard, like the A Realm Reborn, like literally the lore is that they replaced it. They replaced the original world.
Yeah. um. All right. Well, now we're gonna listen to A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa. Okay, let me have loaded chords, bro.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Interesting. Okay, A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, okay. Okay, look, I got some words. I got words. Yeah,
All right, I guess it's looping.
yeah, let me say this. I think it did what 12 was trying to do better.
You know, as much as I hate to admit it, I think you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
And it doesn't
Should we
actually play. Let me find the right words for this because my theory knowledge will escape me. It's not playing note for note the original theme. It's like it's a variation on it. It's like close. It's close enough that it's obviously recognizable, but like they're playing with it. They're being creative. It's not just a simple recreation.
Yeah, they're not just doing because even with the marching bands like ones of the classic version, they're still doing the bum 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 bum. But this
Yeah.
one is like, nope, let's do something nice in the background here. The chords are different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta be A.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with some people in chat. I think it's gotta be an A.
It's an A for sure.
Yeah. I'm
How high
interested
of an
for
A
when
do
you're
we
gonna.
think?
Ooh, is it better than tens? Because Mystic Quest was exciting, but it's kind of more of a dancey jam. Tens is very solid. Do we think it's better than 10?
Not better than
Because
10.
I love when they play with it. Hell yeah. I love playing. I love playing with my melodies, as they say. Yeah, did you say you liked it better than 10? I could see a case for it easily.
I think I personally prefer 10.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, am I being impartial here? It's not better than 10. It's not. I mean, it's great.
I think I like I like 10 better too. I would be curious to maybe ask chat, but I think both of us do agree.
Yeah. FF15's better just be Prompto sing. Yeah.
I do love when Prompto does that.
I love when
Yuri, and if
Prompto
you look
does
at
anything.
yeah, Prompto's awesome.
Yeah.
Prompto grew on me because at first I was like, shut up. But then as I got further in the game, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Chill. I'm chilling with Prompto because Noctis is such a little baby. He's such a little goo goo gaga baby.
Yeah, he is. I managed to appreciate that game for what it was.
Yeah, I like FF15. Yeah, me and Dave played it together actually last summer or last fall would be more accurate. And I have a lot of appreciation for it. There's games in the series I love more because, you know, FF15's got a lot of why did you do that? Like, why is the game this way? Like moments, but
Yeah.
it's definitely one of the good ones. Like, it should be admired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And heck, Dave said he considers it to be one of the greats. That's his, like, he likes it more than me, even, I would say.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, this one's pretty short. Look at that.
Yeah, it's got shrunk.
All right. Eh. I didn't mean to pause that.
So I'm like, I'm like, we got Yoko Shimomura, the goat, one of the goats, but that's such a disappointment, right?
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. It's not very good.
Because I want to give it some props because, in fact, play it again since it's so short, so we can listen. But after the main trumpet part, we got a little harp coming in and playing the prelude theme,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, we got the little prelude. I kind of want to give it like a couple bonus points for that, but it's hard not to be like, that's it.
Yeah, and there is also something that um actually having played this game helps this piece of music
Yeah, yeah,
because
true.
because I have context, and some of the context is that a lot of the music in this game is dynamic. So it's like you win a battle and then the victory theme plays, and then it would seamlessly blend back into whatever you were doing before.
Yeah.
And I think there is
Well,
some merit to that.
well, in 15, it actually, or I played the Royal Edition, so maybe they changed it in an update later, but this only plays when you stop at a campsite
Oh, interesting.
in the version that I played.
Gotcha. Yeah, I might be having a Mandela effect.
Mm. Maybe it's one of the other ones. I'm not sure. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I genuinely could be like high D tier, maybe. I don't, because it's just nothing. You know, it's
Yeah.
like just barely there. It's barely there.
Yeah, I it's high D, I guess.
Yeah. Sad to say. I mean, it sounds nice for what it is. It's not a bad piece of music, but
Is it
not.
worse than this?
Oh, okay. How about we move that one down to D tier so we can have FF15 and C tier?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because it's fine. Yeah. Now, I will say, um, FF16 is kind of similar, but it does at least play when you finish like the big story battles, and it's like you take down like crazy threats in the story, and then it like shows you a results screen and hits you with this. So let's listen to FF16s
All
because it
right.
does hit hard.
I haven't played this one myself, so
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you. Because that's another middling one, but I feel like that one is like, damn,
it's definitely
you
hard
know?
hitting.
Mm-hmm. And
Um
especially because it's like they advertise this, so it's not really a spoiler. But there's like you turn like the summons fight each other, like huge, massive monsters fight each other, and you freaking kill them. because the game's rated M. You freaking kill them, and then it plays that, hits you with that, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, it definitely hits hard. Um, I feel, I don't know.
You could put
I
it above OG 14. Like, I still think it should go in C, but it is better than some of the ones that we've put in C.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
I would
Dave
be comfortable with
says,
it being here.
yeah. Yes, I agree. I agree. Yeah, Dave says A Realm Reborn did the vocals better. Yeah, I do think you're right. I do
I would
think you're
agree.
right.
That
So
particular
that's
vocal choir style in 16, I it's not that I don't like it, I'm just bored of it. It's like ever since
really,
Skyrim, every time we have like a game where the main character is like a grizzled man character,
uh,
we get this same damn choir.
sure. Okay, I totally get what you mean. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I
I
will
mean, of
say
course
I like Clive's journey, but I totally get what you mean. It's very much like because I like to say FF16 is like Final Fantasy gritty fan fiction done in the best way possible. Because there's so many ways it takes like the tropes of Final Fantasy, like the crystals, the summons, that sort of thing, and then like does give it in this like, but what if it was dark and scary and edgy? But I think it
yeah.
does it in like a genuinely interesting way that I will give it credit for. But it's also like if people are like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dorkax isn't the biggest Final Fantasy. He barely knows anything about the series. He says, bringing out the Elder Scrolls, finally something I can understand.
I will say I
Funny.
just want to point out, even though it's not really totally on topic, I am such a glutton for Elder Scrolls lore.
Oh, really? I don't. I'm actually the opposite. I don't know anything about the Elder Scrolls, really.
I have spent countless hours just like reading lore. I would like go I would
That's
open
awesome.
up a any given Elder Scrolls game and just read all of the in-game books and scrolls
Mm,
as
that's
reading
actually
material because
awesome.
that I'm weird, I guess. I don't know.
No, I think that's dope. And there's like a lot of stuff you can just like pull out and like read in those games, right? Like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Yeah, I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So, should we discuss like where we're kind of at now with this tier list?
Yeah. Let's.
So, I guess because right, we're done with the mainline stuff now. Now we
Yeah.
just got like our weirdo picks.
Yep.
So, do we want to maybe rearrange stuff maybe a little bit?
Yeah, sure. How do you want to you have any thoughts about I mean, we
Okay.
have the tactics series, these three. Um those are like in chronological order there or release order.
We do. Well, so do you want to put those on? Because I feel like those basically are like they're not spin-offy. Like they're kind of basically mainline with the because like even though at a certain point you could say, oh, it had to be not numbered because the games are like the more traditional turn-based combat, but that doesn't even matter anymore. They're like action games now. So it's like we could put those on the tier list and then rearrange it before we add the weirdo stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then.
Sorry, I'm having so much electrical interference right now. It's crazy.
Oh goodness, I'm
I
so
definitely
sorry.
need to do some kind of like ugh, grounding. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, how would you arrange them?
Um, let's just do the tactics ones for. I kind of like how we have them arranged now.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I would put the fighting game one before the Chocobo racing ones.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's listen to Final Fantasy Tactics.
Heck yeah. Whoa! Whoa! I'm actually. Can you actually, like, well, obviously I get the little melody, but I want to hear like the fanfare part of the beginning again. Actually.
Yeah, sure.
Whoa, that was really hard hitting. That's really interesting. That's dope. Okay. I really like the idea that maybe the composer kind of heard that like the triplet bit that they kind of roll with in the original fanfare, and they're like, let's just make that the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because this game is like your Scrimblow Bimblow. Like you go to bat for this game, right?
Yeah.
Because I know very little about it. Like, hit me with it. Hit me with your take on this.
This is my S tier. This is my S tier fanfare, like without a question.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I could totally see it. It hits hard with the orchestration and everything.
yeah, I think it's definitely worth considering the fact that like we've come through the series chronologically, like more or less through release order, and so we've heard like the evolution of like the sound quality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there is a pretty stark difference going back to like PS1 quality sequenced music.
Yeah.
But I think the way that I experienced this particular victory fanfare is that it, without actually playing any of the like traditional Final Fantasy melodies, it comes close enough that if you'd never heard it before, you could probably guess that it was a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I totally get where you're coming from because especially with like I said, like even if you are only vaguely familiar with the fanfare song, it's like you know that triplet beat is in there. So it's like I said, like they made that the whole thing. So it's like, oh fuck, okay, fuck yeah, this is like this belongs in a Final Fantasy game. Yeah, totally. I totally get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and with the context of the fact that the team that made like the Tactics Ogre, including the composer,
Mm.
that if I'm not mistaken, that studio was bought by Square, and Square was like, "Can you make a game just like that, but call it Final Fantasy?"
But Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes total sense. No,
And I
yeah,
think if you were to put like, if this same composer is just so good. Like Sakimoto is such a good composer, and I understand that like FF12 is his baby, but like I think a remastered in the same way that 12's OST was remastered, a remastered version of this would go harder than any other victory theme.
I actually totally agree because it's got the simplicity, right? But it's got the catchiness and it's got like the mood. Like it sets the mood so solidly that it doesn't need to do anything else because it just does it so well.
Yeah. And
Okay, yeah.
that harp arpeggio that you hear at the end, it's like it's almost the prelude. It's not, but it
Yes.
almost is. It's like very clearly, it's like it's referencing it, you know?
Yes.
It's like it's
yeah, totally.
there's a term that I've heard used that it's quoting it. That's what it is. It's quoting it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like it's almost there, so it's definitely a reference. So it's like you get the reference, but it's like also doing its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep. I think this has to go in S. I'm totally with you.
Yeah, that's my easy S. Now the question I guess is, where does it go? I mean, I personally, this is kind of a tough one because it's like now we would have to argue our personal S's.
Our S's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so classic. It's just like listening to it, I'm like, that's an instant classic. You could totally put it above 10 too.
Yeah, it looks like Moxie and Scruffington are of a similar mind to me.
Yeah,
Um,
totally. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And listening
Sakimoto
to
is
this,
like. Sorry, go ahead. I don't mean to talk over you.
no. You go ahead. You go ahead. You're getting more on. You're more on topic.
um, yeah, Sakimoto is just like one of, if not my favorite composer of all time.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I think the only, yeah, it's got to be. I mean, I'm getting off topic now, but it's got to be Sakimoto, um, Yasunori Mitsuda, and
Hmm.
Motoi Sakuraba.
Who's Sakuraba? What did he work on? Give me a little refresher.
Golden Sun, a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
the Tales of series, also Dark
Wait a
Souls.
minute. That's right. Wait, was that the guy that did the Mario Golf stuff too, or was that a slightly different
Yes,
person?
yes, Mario Golf and
Yep,
Mario Tennis.
my goat. Yep. Okay, I think we're still
Mario
on the same
sports
page
game
here,
music that goes way too hard.
dude. Yeah, Mario Golf 64 is straight up like one of my favorite soundtracks. Like, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's
There's
so
a
good.
track in Mario Tennis on Nintendo 64 that's just straight up sounds like a battle theme. It just straight up sounds like an RPG battle.
That's so funny. You'll have to send it to me later. That's so funny.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I I know that I like.
you can put it above 10 too. I genuinely think it's that like
Okay,
instant
okay.
classic.
People heard the term Dark Souls.
Wait a minute, the Dark Souls. Me when I know what Dark Souls is. Dark Souls.
I think I don't actually know if wait, hold on. I'm curious. Yeah, okay, yeah, so it was him. Motoi Sakuraba did the score for all 3 Dark Souls games.
Oh wow, that's great. What a career. What a
Yeah.
career. Final Fantasy Tactics, Mario Golf, and Dark Souls. That's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Truly one of the goats. Truly one of the goats. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah. That's really something. I have this
That
like
is really
weird
something.
not healthy habit where like if a series that I really like is attached to a particular composer that I really like, and then that
Mhm.
series comes out with a game or a spin-off and that composer's not involved, I'll get irrationally angry and refuse to play
You know what? That's kind of funny.
it. But not because I like genuinely believe that that's the right thing to do. I'm just like, ugh, I wish that this composer was part of this.
Sure. Yeah, totally. I mean, there's a lot of discussion about like, Final Fantasy soundtracks after 10, when Uematsu took it, that's very relevant here for that reason as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But after that like instant classic, I'm really interested to see where the other tactics games go.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
This is Tactics Advance.
So Game Boy Advance. That's it.
Yeah.
Wait, play that again. Did I miss something here? Play that again. Did I miss something? That's I mean, it's good. I mean, it's not bad. It's good, but that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. Not great in my opinion.
Dang, low C, low C.
Low C,
Dang,
low C.
dang. What the heck?
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, it hurts.
Wow. Dang. And in the next game, I'm not even. I already have a low opinion of because they couldn't call it Tactics Advance 2 on the DS,
Yeah,
so they had to call it Tactics A2. What the heck? So
which is
I
just a
don't even know
goofy
what the
name.
fanfare is gonna sound like. Let's see. I'm holding my head in my hands right now.
I gotta tell you, this is a polished turd right here.
This is a polished turd. What is that? What happened here, you guys? What are we doing here? What the heck is this?
Another thing to keep in mind is that this sounds better than it actually would have sounded
On the DS.
because the DS played back at 32 kilohertz, so it was like
Yeah,
crackly and crunchy.
I don't want to like derail the stream too much. I'm genuinely curious if we could find just the raw DS version real quick.
I'm not sure
Because I want to sound what that one sounds like.
I might hold on, wait. I might be able to make that happen. Give me a sec.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, everybody's basically in agreement with us. It's like, that's it, polished turd. Same thing, but a little better. Polished turd, yeah. Yeah, you really hit the nail on that. Because I will say I've got an affinity for lots of compressed like DS soundtracks. So I don't know. It's like, okay, that was like, okay, whatever. That's it.
Yeah.
Dang. Why did they? Dang, Tactics. The original Tactics was so good. It was S tier. What are we doing here, guys?
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, I can't find a.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, definitely above the original Tactics Advance, but still C tier. That's it. Damn.
Yeah.
Good heavens above.
And the thing is too, like, the rest of the soundtrack is genuinely great in both of those games.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. I totally believe it too. I totally believe it.
Yeah, and I think it's also a little bit of a bummer, more of a bummer, I guess, because the battles in tactics games are so long.
That's all you get for your hard work.
Yeah, this is what I get. I get like 5 notes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wow. What a disappointment. What a disappointment. Goodness. Let's move on to something better then. Can you explain the context of these next two? Because I think you said you have played this, right?
Yeah, so it's called Dissidia. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but it's basically a fighting game, like a 3D fighting. I'm not sure what you'd call the genre, but it's a fighting game. It's like a one-on-one fighter where your options are just like mostly protagonists from Final Fantasy games, and antagonists too, I think, in the sequel or expansion or whatever.
Because I think the ones we found, there's like the good guy version and the bad guy version. Is I think what they said, it's
Arena Battler. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. It's pretty fun too. Like, it's genuinely good.
Huh.
It's not particularly really emotional like a Final Fantasy game is, with like, the deep stories and stuff. It's just kind of like,
it's just a fighting game.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
But they're good. They're for sure good. They're a lot of fun, a little fan servicey, but still fun.
Sure. Okay, that's really interesting. Okay. Yeah, heck yeah. So, yeah, because like I said, from what I was seeing, there is, what are they called? Like, I know the bad guy one is like called like Chaos. I don't remember what the main one is called, but it's like basically there's a good guy version and a bad guy version.
There's a few different versions. There's like Dissidia, and then there's like Dissidia 012, and then there's Dissidia Duodecim or something. I don't know.
Heck?
That it's just this like goofy way of doing naming conventions that Square started to do and then never stopped.
That's true. Yeah.
But here, I'll load up this one.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got an ad.
Oh no. Oh well, it's not coming through on this side of things. I hope the audience can hear it. But if If they can, that's very funny.
Chaos and Cosmos. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Irian's right. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was seeing.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what are your I like the drums. Those that triplet beat is hard. The bass does not move at all.
Yeah, it's
So what do
good.
we think? It's good. Yeah. But I think it's like we said, I'm getting fatigue of this melody. So I don't know. We
Yeah,
could put it like high C, low B, maybe.
high C, low B. Yeah, I would give it a low B.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, it's definitely fun. Like, I'm like, that's super fun. But
Yeah,
I have to admit, I'm a sucker for villain songs. I bet the villain version has like a lot more attitude.
yeah. Here's hoping.
Mm-hmm.
Here it comes.
Okay, we got a minor key. That's some good tunes for sure. Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay.
All right.
Wait, that goes some weird places. I kind of like the audacity it has.
Yeah, it's definitely taking risks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I would like to give it a slightly less lower B. I'm like, because
Yeah,
that goes to interesting places to be
yeah.
sure.
That's definitely above OG.
Yeah. Do we even want to put it above 13s maybe? I think that's
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
okay, says I don't like the slower tempo. Is that just in my head? I'm not sure if the tempos are different. I can't tell.
it's
It is a
definitely
little slower.
slower.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't love it being slower either, but I think it's definitely a cool creative choice. Like
Yeah.
I mean
I
they took a risk.
really like the risks that they took. Yeah.
Yeah, I got respect for that.
Yeah. Okay, can we talk about what a pain in the ass this next one was too?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we couldn't find. It was really hard to find a good rip of it online.
Yeah. Yeah. We had to go to good old KH Insider, which hopefully doesn't get taken down
Yeah,
ever. Yeah.
it's. I worry that it's on its way out.
I hope not. I genuinely have used that so often to find stuff.
Yeah, me
But
too.
maybe people can't tell, but what is Chocobo racing?
It's a Final Fantasy themed Mario Kart clone.
Wait a minute. That's actually awesome. Well, but doesn't have any sauce with this victory theme. Let's find out.
We're gonna learn.
Whoa, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
I
the gist.
I freaking like that one. I freaking
Me
like
too.
that's a bop.
Yeah,
I'm
it
dancing.
is.
I'm dancing. I'm dancing to that for sure. That's actually fire. I
Yeah,
think that one needs to go in A tier because that's such a dancer.
A tier. Wow.
But to be fair, you know, chocobos are goated, so anything with a chocobo in it was low key gonna go high.
True.
Chocobo's got to go to A tier, I think.
All right,
Here
low
it
A.
says Sonic R, Sonic R. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that
yeah,
it's
yes.
kind of giving Sonic R vibes. Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's
great. It's
freaking
definitely
awesome.
it's like it's so like I don't know. I'm not sure what the word is, but it's
It's just
fun.
energetic. Like it's
Yeah,
just
it's
like, okay,
energetic.
yeah, you're awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
All right, and then we'll do Chocobo GP.
Yeah, this one's a live service game from just a couple years ago. They already shut it down, which is, or did they shut it down? No, I think that it might still be playable, but they took the live service elements away. It was kind of sad.
Yeah, I've never played it. I assume
Yeah, I didn't get the chance to.
it's probably meh.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah.
Like what who's this back here? Like Wish.com Spyro the Dragon?
Yeah, genuinely, what is that? Like it's like just using like the because like look, we got Moogle, we got Chocobo, we got a white mage, so it's like okay, this is what we would put in like the Mario basketball 3-on-3, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they're Final Fantasy characters by technicality, but they're not like specific characters, so it's hard to get excited about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be a summon. Might just be like a cartoonish like
Bahamut.
Bahamut or something.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, it could be.
Oops, sorry, I did not mean to click.
Oops. Yeah,
I
let's
guess
see
we
if
might
it's
as
got
well
sauce
now.
though.
Yeah. Ooh, swingy.
Yeah, we just
Ooh.
Oh, we got some jazz. Okay.
What?
What the heck? Whoa! What the heck?
I love this.
I was so ready to be like low B tier, but they got me.
Yeah.
Let's say low A. Damn. The fuck? The fuck? Why is that
I
so
think I would
good?
put it above Chocobo Racing.
If you want to put, I think I like the original better.
Really?
Should we ask chat? Should we ask chat?
Chat.
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 Give him a poll. Give him a poll, in fact, because
All
I'm
right.
like, we could go either way.
Okay.
Chat, help us. Give us engagement and save our lives. And also, if you made it this far into the stream, give us a like and subscribe, in fact.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I can't believe we've said that.
Yeah. I always forget about like
Yeah.
like begging for engagement. It always slips my mind. I always like I'll
Yeah,
go back
genuinely
to
me
a
too.
script after writing it and I'll be like, "Oh crap, I forgot to like ask people to enjoy my content."
Yeah, genuinely. Oh, Scruffington says I am abstaining. Damn.
What?
Damn. No, dude, you gotta give us your vote. You gotta call. You're gonna be the tiebreaker here, Scruffington. You gotta put your vote in. Listen, wars or elections are not won by indifference. I think Gandhi said that or something.
No? Wow, is it really going to be Chocobo Racing?
Wow.
Am I really being outvoted here?
I'm kind of surprised.
Wait a second. Are you allowed to vote?
Gulp.
Wait a second. I'm not allowed to vote.
Gulp. Wait a minute.
I don't get a vote.
Gulp. Wait a minute. I didn't listen.
Wait a minute. Do you mean all of
the,
these polls so far, you've gotten a vote and I haven't?
Okay, but look, to be fair, I'm one vote. I'm one vote.
I quit.
But to be fair, well, look, without my vote, it's still like split right now, so that's fine.
Oh man, it's looking like 60-40 right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing more support in chat overall for GP though. Can I remove my vote though?
Fine.
No, I can't. I'm sorry.
Wow, I've been cheated out of this. I
I was trying
begrudgingly
to be so
move this ahead
sneaky.
one.
Well, now we got some very interesting ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do we got down here?
You want to intro the next one?
Sure. So in Super Mario RPG, there's a fun little Easter egg. You can battle this guy as a secret boss, and it's like a reference to Final Fantasy IV. And so there's a remix of Final Fantasy IV's boss theme, and then it plays the Final Fantasy Victory theme, which we'll be ranking. And then when you have a fun little conversation with the boss afterwards, it plays the prelude and the sound font. It's very silly. Yeah, so that's what we'll be putting on the tier list today.
Here we go. All right.
Uh,
All right,
I think a
Yoko.
C. Yeah, I think Yoko did good, but I think at this point in the journey, it's a C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, do you know what I forgot to send you?
What?
The Smash Brothers one. We got to do the Smash Brothers one.
Oh no. Well, I don't think I can add anything to this, but
Shoot.
we can still just say it.
Yeah, we can just decide where it would be.
All right, so where are we putting this one first? What do you think?
You can go.
It's definitely better than Yoko Shimomura's other entry here.
Other one, definitely. Yeah. Do is it better than 4 OG? I think that's the deciding thing. Because if it's better than 4 OG, it's definitely better than the other 13-2 one.
I don't think it's better than 4OG. I think it's like on
Okay.
par.
Yeah, we can put it behind it.
Okay.
We can put it behind it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm comfy with that. Yeah, before we do these other weirdo ones, let's do the Smash Brothers one,
Yeah.
which is when you win as Cloud.
Sorry everyone, I forgot to put the image in the tier list.
It's okay, it's okay.
All right, we ready? Let's go.
Yeah. Good heavens.
All right, can I tell you that this is the first time that I've ever like sat and listened to this before?
Yeah, honestly, it's one of the first times I have to
I'm just going to play it one more time.
go for it.
Hmm. I've got thoughts
It's
about this.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
No, you first. You go first.
Well, I agree with Urian and Chad. It's like a less impactful version. I mean, to be fair, they're just using it to represent like Cloud when you win as a Smash match as him. So it's not gonna be that good. But it's FF7, so it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
And also those tremolo strings at the end, damn. But the trumpets at the beginning are worse.
Yep.
So I don't know. B maybe. I don't know.
Can I tell you
Yes.
how I
Yes,
feel
go
about
for it.
this? I've got
Yeah.
some thoughts. My first thought is that I agree. It's kind of not. It doesn't hit as hard as the OG7. But I have to point out, and I could be wrong. I'm just a sound font guy, not a sound font master. But the horns in the beginning are almost definitely the same sample as the horns that are used in OG Smash Brothers and Melee.
Oh fuck, really?
Yes. And then for the following part, I'm pretty sure that those are just uncompressed versions of the same samples that are from the 7 track.
Interesting.
Which makes this, even though it's not as hard hitting, it's not as much fun to listen to as the OG, it makes this a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Uncompressed version of the samples from Melee basically, and uncompressed versions of the samples from FF7. That's a really cool thing to combine, especially considering what we're hearing it in the context.
And hey, and we got to keep in mind, you know, like Cloud is like swinging his sword over those shitty trumpets, and he's like, "Don't fucking touch me, bitch." And then you know the characters are like, and they're like clapping for him in the background. You know, when you know people are just button mashing to get to the back to the menu again. So I don't know. I think it's pretty good considering that's the context.
Yeah.
Like I think we could put it in B.
Yeah, I'd give it a B.
Yeah.
Forgot that it's.
I mean, we don't have an image for it, but guys, just imagine it in your minds. Just imagine the Smash Brothers Ultimate cover in your mind. Plus Smash. Yeah.
I think I'm just going to listen to that one more time, just to like.
Hell yeah.
Just to validate my my thoughts about the samples. I'm convinced.
I like the tambourine stuff.
I'm convinced. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what that is.
Dang, I'm pretty sure you probably have the nail right on the head. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it's a shame that it didn't turn out quite as good as it could have, but what a cool idea.
Yeah, totally.
All right. I can be done with that now.
Well, these last two are just like goofy ones. But I think they deserve to be on the list because this first one that we're going to do is and so in 2021 they obviously postponed the Summer Olympics after 2020. So they did them in Japan, and so there were people outside the arena protesting because they still shouldn't have been doing it. So I agree with them. The opening ceremony was like all video game music, and so they played the fanfare from Final Fantasy, and so that's what we'll be listening to here real quick.
Here we go.
He made the final in Rio in 2016 and finished 7th.
Well, the man who carries the flag.
Pretty good. It's kind of hard to hear.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear.
Oh wait, there's more, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
His nation leads a delegation of 3 athletes from Vanuatu, nation of Bislama, of the tradition now protected under UNESCO sand drawing, but a man who won the country's first ever Commonwealth gold medal in any...
Chat, what do we think? Chat, what do we...
Hang on. Okay. I thought that they sounded really, I mean, of course they sound similar, but the vibe sounded similar. I don't think it's exactly the same.
They might have directly arranged it. I mean, it's definitely, they're like, let's just stick with the classic. We don't got to do anything like more than that. Yeah. And just arrange it for this medley while the Olympics, you know, it's the opening ceremony, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. What do we think? Maybe we listen to it back one more time. Maybe there's something we're missing.
He made the final in Rio in 2016 and finished 7th.
Well, the man who carries the flag for his nation leads a delegation of 3 athletes from Vanuatu, nation of Bislava, of the tradition now protected under UNESCO sand drawing, but a man who won the country's first ever Commonwealth gold medal in any...
Huh.
Ooh,
It
I
does sound
agree with
really good.
Urian. It does sound really good on an orchestra. We got the triangle. We got these like the little flutes trilling and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't hear it in great quality because they're not going to release that as like a standalone track.
Yeah.
But like, that was pretty good.
It's pretty good for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
What
I
do
would
we
put
think?
it low B.
Yeah, we could give it a low B. We could give it a low B. Sure. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna rearrange it here in a second. You want to introduce our final one?
Yeah, so the final one is a wild card.
It is a wild card.
Yeah, this is it's literally just Barrett.
It's literally just Barrett, and let's let him sing his heart out. S. It's gotta be S. It's gotta be S. The Barrett sweep, and we have the Barrett sweep, everybody. Oh goodness. Yeah, that's actually awesome. Yeah, should we do some rearranging? Because I think we could stand to do a little bit of rearranging.
Yeah, sure. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I think our S is pretty well set in place. Oh, Dave says Prompto was better. I don't know if we could find a good clip.
Prompto was better.
You think Prompto was better?
Honestly, no.
Right?
But why not?
Yeah, true.
All right, how should we arrange here?
Yeah, I think S tier is pretty well set. If anybody like truly thinks like we should nudge like some up or some down, I would be interested in hearing that. But S tier, I think is pretty well set, right?
Yeah.
Oh goodness, yeah. I'm so glad 10-2 got up there because that's like one of my hidden favorites. FF10 is great. Is it better than what is that there? Realm Reborn? I do like it better.
I mean, I think it's better.
Yeah.
Realm Reborn is really good, but it's still at its core just a cover.
That's true. That's true. Oh, Dave wants to put a Realm Reborn in as. No, we locked it. We locked it. S tier is locked.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's S. I think it's a contender. I think it could duke it out with 10.
Yeah. It could duke it out, I think. The original, I feel like after everything we've listened to, we might even want to put it a little lower.
I would put it lower for sure.
I think it deserves to stay in A, but maybe we put it in the lowest of A because it's like it's the first one.
Yeah.
It's got to stay there. Mystic
paved the
Quest,
way.
Bob.
Still Bob.
Can we listen to Mystic? Can we listen to Mystic Quest again so I can be like, I don't know, maybe I do like this better than Realm Reborn. Maybe I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. That's great. That's got to stay in A.
That's got to stay in A. I actually think Realm Reborn deserves to be above it. But does FF6 need to go above Mystic Quest?
It's tough to say.
It is tough to say. Because both of them do kind of have that rocky feel. No, I think I actually like Mystic Quest better still, actually.
I think I do too.
Yeah, but I don't think better than it. Yeah, Irian's right. I think we agree. Yeah, no, Chocobo Racing should go above 6 though, actually. That was fire. What the heck? Chocobo Racing should go above 6.
Above 6?
Yeah. Come on, run it back, and let's run it back.
If
This is what our
Chocobo
list
Racing
is.
goes above 6, then so does Chocobo GP.
But
Chocobo GP is just barely behind. I mean, look at the votes.
that's true. You're right. And yeah. Well, we could put both of them ahead of 6.
Both
Yeah.
of them ahead of 6.
We can put both of them ahead of Final Fantasy 6.
I
Like,
love
whatever.
this. Like, piss off mainline games. Chocobo Racing.
I'm dead. Moxie says probably the only tier list you'll see Mystic Quest above 6. It's true. It's true. But here's the thing. What is Stumpy going to climb up to A?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Because is 8 still better than 12?
I don't think it's better than 12. That's just my opinion.
You don't think it's better than 12?
No.
Let me listen to 12s again, and I'll see if I agree with you.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. No. Yep. A goes below 12. A goes below 12. A goes below 12. Yeah. But is 8 better than Final Fantasy 2?
I think Final Fantasy 2 should be knocked down like 3 or 4 places.
Significantly. Yeah, it should go like even below 16, maybe.
Yikes.
Yikes. Final Fantasy 12 got cooked. Final Fantasy 2 is cooked. Final Fantasy 2 is cooked.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 3 does have a little bit of sauce. I think that could stay in B.
Yeah.
But guys, what do we think? Is 3 still better than 5s though? Because I didn't realize that 5 had gone below it. Should we listen to them again and like double check our thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, pretty good.
Honestly, I think just listening to this one, I think it's below 9.
You think it's below 9?
I think it's below 9.
Oh, but the drama, because 9, because remember 9, we put low because of everybody voted.
Ah, that's true.
Oh,
I mean, wait.
Against the will of the people.
Did we vote? Did we vote on?
Oh, we voted for the
a
tier.
letter?
But,
yeah, I think we just voted on the tier itself, not necessarily where it ranks in the tier.
okay, you know what? That's fair. Okay.
Hey, hold on. Is that little
Okay.
trill before the loop starts for FF5 supposed to be a Chocobo Wark? Not sure. Come on. Maybe...
I think it's just the organ.
Yeah, I'm not hearing a Chocobo myself.
Oh, I wish it was. I love Chocobos. Chocobos are fire, but I think it's just the organ. Okay, fine. You can put 9 above 5.
Let's listen to 3 now.
Okay.
All right.
5 is better. 5 is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Then we had the Chaos one. That was pretty cool. I could definitely... Yeah, I think it deserves to be where it's at. What do you think
Yeah.
about 13 being sandwiched between the Dissidia ones?
I I personally kind of thought that 13 was a little better than this one.
Yeah, I could see us moving it up there. I think that's okay.
All right.
Yeah, totally. And obviously we have the Olympics one. That's definitely staying low B, I think,
Yeah.
because it is just an arrangement. But how cool it got to be played on an orchestra while Olympians were walking around.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's our B tier. Does anybody got any objections or forever hold your peace?
Chat, let's hear your thoughts.
Chat.
Anything? I always forget that there's such a long delay. I think I have my latency up really high in favor of quality.
Mhm. Sure.
Well, let's move on to C, and if anyone has any objections, they can object.
True. True. Was that 13? One of the 13-2 ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah, I think that now that we're getting down here, it's like all these are like whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's like I don't care enough about these to
Yeah, Final Fantasy IV. I mean, good for what it is. Whatever. Honestly, do you like it more than the Super Mario RPG one?
do I like it more? I kind of just feel like
Yeah,
they're okay, you know what? I'm going to have to listen to them now.
Yeah, we should compare them because they are the same song, just in their respective fonts.
Yeah.
Have a good one, Dave. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by for as long as you did. It was great having
Bye,
you here.
Dave. All right. And then 4 was the other one, right? Oops. Here we go. Nope. Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, I think it stays. Personally.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. Yeah.
I think the harmonies are a little different. And I think they sound a little more interesting in this one. Not by a lot, but just enough that I'm like, ooh,
just enough.
Nice.
Just enough. Yeah. Yeah, totally. And then that's the initial 13-2 one? Or no, that's the oh, I like that one. So that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'll just listen to it. I'll just accept it. I'll just listen to it on my own time. That's fine. Listen, we don't gotta be fighting too much over C tiers. We don't gotta be fighting too much over it. FF16, I do like that game a lot, but I do wish it had the rest of the melody. I think its style for that would have been so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, FF2 does deserve to be down here. FF14 does. Lightning Returns was pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
FF15 especially was very disappointing. Not as disappointing as both of these Tactics Advance ones. What the hell happened, dude?
They're so bad.
Oh my god. Where's the melody? Where's the melody? I need my fun little melodies. Come on.
Where's anything?
Literally, it's like, okay, trumpet on track 1. Who cares? Oh my goodness. Me when I open up Ableton when I have 30 minutes. Okay. Good heavens.
That reminds me. Well, maybe I'll wait until after we're officially done with the tier list. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, then I think D tier. That's it, like, because the Chocobo racing ones are pretty compared to all these other fanfares, pretty disappointing. Although Tango of Tears is a little bit more just interesting.
Tango of Tears is more, honestly, I would almost be comfortable putting Tactics Advance 1 and 2 between these.
Yeah, I think I agree. I totally agree. They do
Okay.
need to go that low. They do need to be punished for their sins.
Yeah, they're just really, really deeply disappointing.
What is this? Yeah, seriously. Oh my god. Yeah, and then we got Jackpot, and then yeah, FF11 totally. If we had an F tier,
We need an F tier.
totally.
We need an F tier just for that, honestly.
What is the what is the F tier going to be for our fun little item theming? What's like a useless Final Fantasy item? Bad.
Useless Final Fantasy item. What is? Honestly, considering how much of a nothing burger 11 and 15 are,
No.
should they be the
Eerie,
same?
and the 15 gets some bonus points for having the prelude quote, and it sounds pretty. 11 is just a trumpet synth. It's dog shit. That's my take. That's my take.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Yeah, we can just leave it in the yeah, in the bad tier. The bad tier. Yeah, FF11 is shit. It's horrible. Wow. Can
I
we
can't
actually
think of
play
an
it one
item.
more time? That's okay. That's okay. Can we listen to it one more time? One more time, for old time's sake, as we wrap up here.
You know what it is?
Oh,
That that brass. You know why
that
it
is
sounds so bad?
horrible. Why?
Because it's the same, and I'm this is now like the several time that this has come up, but that's the same brass sample that is in the OG Nintendo 64 Super Smash Brothers.
Jesus.
And it
Goodness,
sounds
that's
bad.
crazy. Oh, Irian says antidote for final tier. That's funny as fuck. Yeah, yeah. Antidote's useless item. I'm just gonna cast Asuna, bro. I'm just gonna have Yuna cast Asuna. That's funny. Goodness. Okay, yeah, what a good yeah, I think this is a really good tier list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should yeah, we'll screenshot it. We'll post it in the Discord later. This is a really good tier list. Perfect.
I love this.
Yeah, this is goated. This is awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel really good about how this came out. I know we had some disagreements between ourselves and with chat, but I feel pretty good about how this came out.
Yeah, me too. I feel, despite not having a voice in the in the polls.
That's true. It was rigged. Yeah, next time I will not be gerrymandering or whatever. Yeah.
You gerrymandered me right out of my own stream.
You called me out on it, and I was just like, I'm just gonna not bring it up. I'm just gonna not bring it up. Oh, this is so funny.
God. Yeah, this is the point in the stream where usually like the last people who are like still vaguely interested start to drop off, so I'll say it now. The next contest is coming up. The next Soundfunk Eye contest.
Yes.
So if you're interested in doing like music composition or production contests for, you know, against other fun people who are having a good time, please join. I'm not officially announcing what it is yet because I don't want anyone to like work in advance, but yeah, it's coming up soon.
Heck yeah.
I'll make a more official announcement about it later.
Yeah, no worries. Should I also plug myself at this time?
Yes, please do.
Yeah, I just this week, big content week for Doodle, I released a like 100-minute review of Hi-Fi Rush, because that niche is sorely lacking and the game needs to be freaking like picked apart and analyzed. But I am very, very proud of that video, and I would really appreciate it if people would check it out. I feel really good about the work I put in on my channel, so it would mean a
Yes.
lot if people checked it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait, check it out. Boom. Now it's in chat. Click the link.
Yeah. Click on my funny link, subscribe and everything. Yeah, I really appreciate that. And thank you for being so accommodating and letting me come onto your channel and hang out. I hope we can do another like ranking like this, or even just like a soundtrack discussion or something.
Yeah, this was awesome. I was really happy to have you. This was a great idea that you had. That took no convincing at all because I recognized its greatness immediately.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. This, in the great words of the gorilla from Tarzan, I feel something happening here. I think this will be the first of many great streams to come. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, we have no shortage of things like this that we could do either.
True. Heck yeah. I think that's all I gotta say.
Cool beans. Chat, thanks for joining us. I'm not very good at closing a stream. Usually I'm just like, okay, thanks everyone. See you later. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Thank you for the super chats. Unprecedented, but very much appreciated.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, everybody have a great night. People watching this after the fact, like leave a comment and say like what you would like how you would rank all of these, because we got like what 35, 36 options. Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think for the thumbnail, I'm gonna put 7 in bad.
And
then there you go.
Funny.
Yeah. Clickbait.
That's peak. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
All right, cool. Well, thanks everyone. We'll see you next time, whenever that happens to be.
Yeah, have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.